Oh, yeah, it's Friday, baby.
Yes,
We
it
made
is.
it. We made it to the weekend. Shit,
Finally,
we're
finally,
here, huh?
finally.
So is it going to be tough weather today, or is it just going to be north of us?
Man, I hope it's north of us because they're talking about hell.
Oh, yeah?
I always hate hell when it comes.
No, me too, man. It's always
Man,
freaky. Isn't it?
yes, I hate it.
Yeah, I know they were. I saw yesterday calling for severe weather in North Arkansas.
Right.
As a matter of fact, it was like 4 out of 5 on their scale for
Tornadoes and all that fun stuff, and we're right there on the cusp. Like it almost changes right about where we're at.
You know, we've talked about it here before, but 10 years ago, man, every tornado, if there was going to be one, it was going to come through Saline County.
Oh,
You could bet on it.
Yeah, certain. I think the atmosphere, like the
Yeah, it shifted north. And
yeah.
now it goes through Conway, Valonia all
Me
the
and my
time.
wife. Well, I think the whole like tornado alley has shifted a little
Yeah,
bit.
it did. Mm-hmm. No, it sure did, because it was a given. If it was going to happen, it happened in Benton or Bryan.
And now you're seeing them in like New York, like
You're right.
wild
Yeah.
places, man. Vegas, like
Yeah.
some in place, like not supposed to happen places, man.
Right, it's a trip when that happens, isn't
Like
it,
you
man?
see it on the movies 2025. It's now, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh, it's really happening.
Man, I watched a movie the other day. I think I was telling people yesterday, Chad, I got bored as hell. And I didn't want to watch anything I had to pay too much attention to.
Right.
So I put on something called The Jurassic Games on Tubi.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man, if you want to watch a good, shitty movie, man, that's a great one, man. People versus dinosaurs.
There's some
They like
wild
take
ones,
the death
man.
row inmates and make them fight dinosaurs.
That's pretty wild. There's
Yeah.
some wild ones on Tubi though, man.
Yeah, Tubi that's owned by Fox, but they have some crazy
Have
stuff
you
on
seen any
there.
of the Boosie movies on there and stuff?
I saw one for the first time. I didn't watch it, but I saw it advertised. Have you watched any of them?
I watched one and part of another one. His life story, that's the one you need to watch.
Oh, is it?
That's pretty good, man. It's
The biography
the
of
way he
Boosie
paints
Badass?
himself as like this big kingpin. Like it's pretty. I don't know if that's really what happened, but it's pretty funny.
Okay, I'm definitely going to watch that then. Yeah, I definitely want to see that, man. What have you been watching?
Just man, streaming, just whatever pops up. Really, nothing. Just every day or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just kind of like you, just looking for movies and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Sports, basketball.
Yeah.
Basketball's getting big right now. College basketball, real big.
Yeah, March Madness
Yes,
is going
yes,
on,
yes.
man. We had one. We lost a real heartbreaker a couple of days
Man.
ago, didn't we?
Yesterday, Arkansas lost by what was it, 3?
Well, yeah.
it was 3.
We had it, and we let it slip away.
What happens a lot of time with Arkansas?
It does, but I know Calipari was pissed off.
Oh man, yeah, he's a good coach, man.
No, he's one of the best
Yeah,
of all
he's
time,
awesome, man.
for sure.
He's a goat.
Yeah, without a doubt, man. All right, let's get into some news you can use here. Today marks a week since a University of Pittsburgh student went missing in the Dominican Republic. You may have seen that. Police now say they're not ruling out foul play. Her name is Sudeksha Kanaki, and she can be seen on surveillance with previously questioned 24-year-old Joshua Ribe from Iowa walking to the beach in Punta Cana Resort March 6th. She disappeared, and they've been looking for her for several days now. And Ribe's not a suspect, so she got, what was that, Natalie Holloway?
That's what I was just.
Yeah,
it
it's kinda
sounds
like that.
just like it, just a
It
different
seems
place.
real
man.
similar.
The other place was Aruba, I think, and now this
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, it's wild.
That's wild, man.
The Chicago River is about to be dyed green for St. Patrick's
Yes,
Day.
it's awesome.
Yeah, it is. That's a tradition since 1962. The famous Green River in Chicago started with an idea from the head of the Plumbers Union. Stephen Bailey saw one of his plumbers with a green stain on his overalls and said he was trying to discover a broken pipe when the dye hit the water, bubbled up green. He happened to be friends with then Mayor Richard Daley. And so since 1962, the river gets dyed every year on Saturday before St. Patty's Day. It takes 2 boats, and 2 boats, a lead boat to drop the dye, and a chase boat to mix it up. The river dyeing and parade that follows draws hundreds of thousands of people every year. And it's completely safe, they say. It's not
It's
harmful.
cool looking, man.
It's wild to see, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like palm olive or something. Like it's really, really green too.
You know, it's super green. You're right. Let's see. Normani, the R&B singer, and NFL player DK Metcalf are engaged. Metcalf, what the hell? Did y'all hear that? Metcalf revealed that he. Oh my God! Go away, cat. Metcalf revealed that he got down on one knee in Houston, surrounded by their families, and apparently she had no. Hold on one second, man.
Get that kitty out of here, man.
Come on, kitty. Let's go.
Here, kitty.
We'll see you later.
God.
Oh, that cat. That's the house cat here, the mouser. Anyway, so he's engaged. All right. What else is going on here? Oh, yeah. A couple decided to hit the links at Kissimmee, Florida golf course. Got stopped in their tracks by, 14-foot gator.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he was plodding along the green while the couple were in a golf course driving alongside the 14-foot plus long gator. It had finally decided just to lay in the middle of the course for a nap. So much for teeing off there.
Mulligan.
Yeah, no, we'll scratch that one. We're playing 15 holes today.
Right.
Let's see. The Trump administration dealt a couple blows yesterday. A judge in Maryland ordered thousands of fired government employees to be reinstated. Last night, the judge issued a temporary restraining order against a dozen agencies that had fired probationary employees. The ruling said the government gave no advance notice to the workers and fired him illegally without cause. Well, I know they're saying that legally, but they knew it was coming.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like it hadn't been talked about forever.
Everything, yeah.
They had notice. It just wasn't a legal notice, I guess. So we'll see. That'll go to court. You know how that works. All right, Tiger Woods apparently has a new lady in his life, and it's Donald Trump Jr.'s ex. The Daily Mail reports that Woods and Vanessa Trump have been secretly dating for months. The pair were spotted together at a golf tournament last month. They live close to each other, and their children attend the same school. They've been seeing each other since before Thanksgiving. I think it's his former daughter.
That's wild. What do you mean former daughter? Like a...
Like Yvonne. Like a stepdaughter.
Yeah,
I think so.
Gotcha.
There's a reason why it's best practice to go to a police station when buying something from another person. Fight broke out at a gas station in Georgia after a girl went to the location to sell her prom dress. She was going to sell it to a former friend, and the two were walking to the bathroom so Morgan could try it on. That's when one of the friends grabbed the dress and took off. The victim's boyfriend got the dress back, but they and the friends surrounded the girl. She apparently body slammed one of them. I don't know what that sounds like, a WWE thing. I don't know what
she wanted that dress.
I guess so, man. Damn, that's crazy. Russian President Vladimir Putin has expressed conditional support for a 30-day ceasefire. He does insist that the truce must lead to a lasting peace and address fundamental causes. Trump said he maintains cautious optimism. They have warned of severe financial penalties against Moscow if it fails to adhere to the ceasefire. The special envoy arrived in Moscow yesterday to start ceasefire discussions after a call between Putin and Trump. Hopefully they'll get that done.
Yeah. That's been going on too long.
Well, a lot of people, want to keep making money selling weapons and stuff, and so they don't like ending it.
Right.
There was movement yesterday toward avoiding a shutdown of the federal government. Minority Leader Chuck Schumer blinked and stated his intention yesterday to vote for the continuing resolution. Democratic leaders have been pushing for a 30-day extension that would allow more time for negotiation. Senate Majority Leader said that if Democrats want to vote on a 30-day continuing resolution, they can get that. Almost 100 protesters were at Trump Tower for a sit-in. 98 protesters, a sit-in in New York City. Demonstration organized to demand the release of detained immigration activist Mahmoud Khalil. He was arrested in New York this week. He was tied to a protest and accused of representing Hamas, who is a terrorist organization. Right. The White House withdrew the nomination of Dr. Dave Weldon for CDC director before his Senate confirmation hearing. A former Florida congressman, internal medicine doctor, his nomination faced opposition from both sides of the fence, and they just didn't think he would clear, so they're moving on. Dollar General reports a troubling trend. The chain says many of its customers are struggling financially due to inflation. No shit. They just discovered that. CEO Todd Vazos noticed on an earnings call that shoppers often don't have enough for basic essentials, some sacrificing necessities. He also noted the condition of a recent trend of seeing higher income shoppers frequenting the store. They're considering price hikes in response to tariffs on various goods. Well, look, DG is not known. Look, you can go there like a convenience store. You know, some of the items can be
Right.
pretty normal, but a lot of DG items are a little bit high. I mean, they're not cheap on a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know? So if you notice that your people are struggling, how about you lower your prices?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and don't tell me the tariffs what's going to get you. Come on, man. I know the kind of profit y'all are making. Stop it. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is good. Last week, 3-year-old Bridger Peabody overcame his fear of the dark to help his great-grandmother Sharon after she fell and hit her head outside her Colorado home. When she tripped and hit her head on a cement step,
Ouch.
Bridge ran to her car to get her phone so she could call for help. Despite being scared of the dark, she was treated for a concussion and got 22 staples for her head wound and is now calling her great-grandson a hero. That's pretty great, man. 3 years old, had to overcome his fear of the dark to help Grandma.
That's awesome.
That really is.
A lot of staples, though.
It damn sure is. I could feel every one of them going in,
Hurts.
too, man. Tyler Perry recently paid off 85-year-old Anise Tisdale's mortgage after seeing her story about trouble with an unlicensed contractor on Nashville TV News. The gesture held special meaning for Tisdale because her late daughter had taken her to see Tyler Perry's place shortly before unexpectedly passing a decade ago. With her home now repaired and mortgage-free, her family's paying it forward, donating what would have been mortgage payments to Habitat for Humanity.
That's awesome.
That is cool right there, isn't it? Influencer, no, you don't care about that, neither do I. In late winter every year, salamanders cross from one side of Beekman Road in East Brunswick to the other. They make the trip to lay their eggs at their breeding pond and then make another trip back across. The mayor of East Brunswick agreed around 25 years ago to close the road from 4 to 10 nights in March and April to keep them from being killed by cars.
Things are nasty, man.
Salamanders?
Yeah, they just give me the creeps.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know
so
what it
funny,
is.
Man. Lizards give you the creeps?
Just salamanders, because they're like snakes, lizards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They're like,
I
they don't know
get
what
you.
they are, really.
No, I get what you mean by that. It might be the first time that donuts got a cop in legal trouble. Former Kansas Highway Patrol trooper and National Guard chaplain Mark Leenertz was caught shoplifting at Walmart in Topeka. He was using the, I don't scan items at the self-checkout type thing. And he stole items like donuts, Hawaiian rolls, and Lunchables. Over 13 times, it totaled almost $400. He was often in uniform. Not a good look. He's in trouble.
Uh-oh.
In Peru, a series of burglaries were driving residents crazy. Authorities finally solved the case when they figured out that an escaped pet monkey had been breaking into homes. Yeah, a black capuchin monkey had been sneaking into houses, rummaging through people's belongings, taking things. Local authorities got multiple reports of the monkey's unexpected visits and did manage to catch it.
It's always the capuchins, man.
Yeah, they're always trouble, man. They're little badasses. The American Athletic Conference is the first collegiate league in Division I to formally establish a minimum standard in revenue sharing with athletes. Starting in July, all ACC schools, with the exception of Army and Navy, will be required to provide at least $10 million in revenue sharing with players. The 3-year plan will start officially once the $2.8 billion antitrust settlement between House versus NCAA is approved by the federal judge. That's expected to happen next month. On Sunday night, we will all know which teams
Yes.
will be going to the big dance and how they're going to be ranked. Selection Sunday begins at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on CBS. The field of 68 will be revealed. For the women, the selection show will start at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and the field of 64 will be revealed. The first 4 in every men's tournament will be played on March 18th and 19th, and the first round will be played March 20th and 21st. A lot of people get excited
Man,
about
I do.
it.
I'm going to open up the app, and we're going to do a Patrick and the People on ESPN.
Okay, let's do that.
Have a Patrick and the People, group.
Yeah.
Where we can all be together.
Okay,
I'll
set
start
that
on
up and let's
ESPN
get it
for us
going.
this weekend.
Yeah,
So,
that'd be
look
awesome.
for that on the ESPN app.
Okay, all right, yeah, send a link to
Yes,
me and we
we're
can
gonna get
post
that
that
out.
and we'll get everybody in on it.
Yes, we need to get everybody.
Oh, yeah,
in.
that'd be a lot of fun
Yeah,
for sure, man.
yeah.
Who do you think's going to win it, Duke?
Man, I was thinking that until dude got hurt last night. They're number
Oh,
one.
they got hurt. Who
What's
got
his-
hurt?
Man, that
Their main guy?
yeah, man. What's his?
How bad? Like
He
he's out.
twisted. He went up high and he came right down on his ankle. He
So
was
is
in
he
a
out for the
wheelchair.
game?
He was in a wheelchair, and then they had him walking after the game after they won. So I don't know, but it don't look good for him.
That's not good.
Yeah,
boy,
he was like the one. He was the high school kid that was playing against the Olympic team.
Yes.
and all that.
Oh,
I just
yeah, he's a
cannot think of
badass.
his name at the moment.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, though. I got you. Let's see. Rookie pranks are common in pro sports. One of the more original ones recently happened to Red Sox prospects Roman Anthony and Marcelo Mayer. Last month, Anthony was chatting about coffee with Walker Buehler, which developed into Anthony getting the honor of buying coffee for the entire team the next day. Then the order grew to include all coaches and team staffers. Overwhelmed, Anthony started keeping notes in his phone to make sure every request for syrup, cold foam, non-fat milk, whole milk, splash, or whatever was accurate. Eventually, it got so convoluted he enlisted help from Mayer. They had 76 orders. They then called a nearby Starbucks and told the manager to bring his A squad the next morning. Then at 4:30 a.m., they arrived to start the process of ordering and paying for each beverage individually, so each player's name could be on the cup to make sure they had the right order. At one point, Anthony's card got declined over suspicion of fraud because they ran it so many times. So that's pretty funny.
I wonder what the total was on that. 76 Starbucks.
Man, it's
That's not
got 2
cheap,
million.
man. Yeah, that's not.
All right, and finally, for some professional athletes, salaries made in their playing days were nothing compared to checks they were able to cash after retiring.
Yeah.
A few notable ones: George Foreman.
Man, he got paid. That
Yeah.
grill.
Yeah, he made $75 million fighting, but $200 million from the Foreman grill.
He banked off that thing, man.
Yeah, man, we had one of those.
Every time you turn the television on, he was on there selling that
Man,
thing.
we had those.
Yes.
Michael Strahan in 15 seasons pulled in $75 million, but on TV he made $20 million a year.
Yeah, them broadcasters get paid.
Yeah. Dallas Cowboy quarterback Roger the Dodger Staubach, two-time Super Bowl champ, made $500,000 in his entire NFL
That
career.
is wild.
2 Super Bowls, made $500,000 his entire career.
That's like WNBA numbers.
Right, but he was able to sell his real estate firm for $613 million in 2008. So he did all
So
right.
he took that 500,000 and invested it. Sounds
Yeah,
like
he flipped it
smart dude.
many times. Steve Young, his playing time in the NFL earned him about $50 million. Later turned his attention to co-founder of Huntsman Gay Global Capital. The exact figure's not known, but estimated there's a war chest worth $7 billion.
Yeah, when they say the unknown, then
Yeah.
he's banking.
Yeah. Let's see. Magic Johnson, he'll be forever one of the greatest to play the game. He was able to take that success and work even more magic as an entrepreneur, with Magic Johnson Enterprises now being worth $700 million.
Man, he owns like Dodgers. He owns all kinds of stuff, man.
Yeah. Arnold Palmer, during his PGA career, his total earnings were less than $5 million.
Yeah.
But now he's doing pretty good. You know, he's linked to Cadillac, Rolex, Arizona Iced Tea.
Right.
You know, all that. And then Jack Nicklaus, the $5.7 million in pro golf earnings was nothing compared to the jack he pulled down in retirement as a professional golf course designer. So yeah, he made a whole lot of money doing that. All right, let me mention to you, if you're looking for a vehicle, check out Fitz Auto. Listen, 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock, that's where you go in person, or just go to fitzauto.com. Any kind of vehicle you can imagine, regardless of your credit history, they got you. Just reach out to Fitz Auto, tell them I told you to come by, and look, they'll get you set up. They report to the credit bureau, but they're their own bank, so they don't have to call anybody to get you approved. They do it themselves. And you can get pre-approved right there at fitzauto.com. All their inventory is right there online. Take
Sweet
a look
inventory.
At it. It is a sweet inventory, man. They're always they've always got some nice rigs.
Yes.
Yeah. So what you gonna do this weekend? And I'm sure you'll be working some.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll be busy Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
Sunday I'm gonna chill. Monday I'm gonna chill. But yeah. Some me days.
Yeah. So what time do y'all open in the morning?
Man, I get there about 11:30, but I start taking appointments about 12.
Yeah, so that makes sense. I wouldn't want to put in me until after.
No, I get in there a little early. That way I can get in there. And we have to autoclave, make sure everything's clean, you know.
What's autoclave?
Anything I put any anything like touch your body with. Pretty much, it's got to be ran through a certain pressure and a certain temperature.
Okay, to sterilize it properly.
Right.
I didn't know you were that professional, Jim.
Oh man.
I'm kidding. No, that's great, man. That's great.
Yeah.
I was talking to someone a couple days ago. He doesn't do piercing, but is a barber, and he was talking about starting a barber school. I wondered have you ever thought about, starting a piercing school?
Yeah, I mean, I've had them. They've reached out to me and asked me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the state had one time a long time ago. But
I could see that. I mean, you're probably one of the most successful in the state. I mean, how long you been doing it?
Yeah, this is my 13th year.
13 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You ever counted up how many piercings you've
No.
done? It's a lot.
On my square's been with me since pretty much the start of it, and I can sit there and just do like this, and I'll still be in the A's. Like it's pretty cool, man.
It is cool.
Yeah.
When you think about literally how many people you've touched in your life.
It's kind of scary.
I mean, but it's cool, man. It's super cool. Yeah, I'm a hoe. No, I'm just saying. I mean, to had that many people come through.
I'm privileged to have touch that many people. I put it like that.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Man. Yes, it's awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I pierced these little girls, and now they're coming up and getting their navels pierced. It's like, shit, I'm getting old, man.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's weird. You pierced my ears when I was 6.
Yeah.
Now I'm 21.
Well, there was a 7-year-old. Now she's trying to get her navel pierced, and she's 16. I'm just like,
wow.
It's wild, man.
That is weird and
I got
wild.
a picture of her too, and she's like little bitty.
Oh
So I
man,
might have to get the picture when she comes in.
that's cool. Yeah, I bet she'd be excited for that. Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm trying to remember, what did you do before that?
Right before it, I was an electrician.
Oh, that's right.
had
But
that
you
car
didn't
wreck.
like that.
Well, I mean, it was paying the bills.
Yeah, right.
It was cold. Had to get up early. It was hot in the summers. Like I wanted to get out of the elements. I was trying to find something to get out of the elements.
And you just stumbled on this, or didn't you have a friend who had done it or something that you were watching?
Yeah, my friend growing up, he was like pretty much my roommate, Scott. He was a head piercer there for probably another 8 to 10 years before I started doing it. And I would always watch him and go through town with him, and everybody in the town would know him and stuff. And I'd be like, man, that would drive me crazy. And now I'm walking through Walmart, and
everybody's like, "What's up, man? What's up?" Is it that way for you if you go to Walmart in Conway?
I'm gonna every day. Like my son was riding with me the other day, and I had a whole car full of people waving at me. He's like, "What the hell?" He's like, "Every time I ride with you, man."
No, I understand. I mean, I run into that situation, fairly
I'm just lucky
often.
I got a cool wife. You know what I'm
Right?
saying?
No, I completely
Some
understand.
people could trip out, but my wife loves it. She thinks it's cool too.
No, that is super important. I've told the story before, so I'm not going to lay it out. But before I started dating Laura, I was dating a girl who didn't understand.
It's hard, man.
What I did, and so she would get really, I would say jealous, I guess is the right word, when female people would want to take pictures or get autographs, things like that. And it wasn't like I was signing boobs and stuff. Not that I haven't, trust me, you. But that's not what I was doing,
But like Saturday when I was down, my wife was answering the phone for me and stuff, and there was ladies calling about nipple piercings and stuff, and my wife's just like, I think they felt kind of weird because I said I was your wife, and they asked me about nipple piercings. But she didn't feel weird, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's just...
I like that. That's awesome.
It's just business to her.
Yeah.
I never really thought about that you have to some extent, see some boobs.
I see people sometimes, and they turn their head and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I remember
Like I remember what that boob looks like out of all the ones I've seen.
I don't remember, but when they do stuff like that, it's like, oh, okay.
That's funny, man. That's funny. All right, let me see what I got here for us, because I got a pretty good amount of things here. So let's talk about this for a minute. Talk about tipping. It feels like you're asked to leave a tip everywhere you go now.
Man,
And
yes.
apparently people have had enough. What used to be a gesture of appreciation for a job well done has turned into a source of annoyance for a growing list of people. Does the cashier at the frozen yogurt shop, who literally does nothing but ring you up and take your money, really deserve 20%? The payment screen on the tablet she shows you thinks so. That's maybe why it's not surprising Americans are pissed off. A new survey reveals how strongly people feel about it. Nearly 90% of people feel tipping is out of control.
It is.
You think so?
Yeah, because what they'll do, I noticed this the other day. I went to Olive Garden, and I got it to go. Well, they hit me for the tip for ordering the meal, and then the girl brings the food out to your car, and then they hand you the meal, then they hand you the thing with the paper on it and want you to sign it.
Oh.
So they're wanting another tip right there. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm
wow.
like,
It's like, how many tips do you get?
right.
And honestly, if it's to go, I mean,
just
listen,
walk
if I tip you for filling my drink, coming and checking on me.
Right.
You know, things like that. Just to hand it to me.
And I've already tipped at the first end, too. You got to remember that, too. So I feel like that should trickle down a little bit.
Yeah. Almost 3 in 5 businesses are using tips to replace employee salaries. Well, I don't know if it's replacing them. 83% believe automatic service charges should be banned. More than a quarter of Americans think tips should be taxed.
No,
I don't think tips should be taxed.
No.
Nearly 30% admit they tip less when presented with a tip suggestion screen.
Man, and that's the only thing I don't like about my square, because it'll ask them, you know what I'm saying, how they want to pay and stuff like that, and then it pops up right there. And
like 10%, 20%.
And I try, if I see them acting a little, I always hit it before, you know what I'm saying, to not make it awkward. But
yeah.
At the same time, I do love my tips. But I try not to be like one of them people like what you're reading about, though.
Well, I mean, you're on the spot.
Right. Both of us are, though, when it pops up.
Right. I mean, but as the customer, you know, if I'm handing you the tip screen and I'm looking at you and you're looking at me and I'm like,
I try not to make that eye contact. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to like.
That's sad.
You know, like I try to like. If you don't want to tip, it's cool, man. Like I get it, man. Like it's hard times, man. Like I get it.
I remember probably 10 years ago. I mean, I'd always gotten haircuts like any dude, you know, but I didn't understand the tipping culture of hair.
Right.
You know, but about 10, probably longer than 10 years ago, but however many years ago it was, I finally I think it was right after I got with Laura, and she goes, you don't tip your barber? But I was going to like Supercuts, and I didn't know.
Right.
I was just ignorant.
I've always been a big tipper, though.
And now I do tip.
Right.
But I felt bad because I didn't tip my barber before, and now I always make sure to do it. I would think tipping the person who pierced you might be all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just like the person who puts a tattoo on.
Well, like it looks good at the end of the month whenever you sit there and you look where you got to pay your taxes. Like you got to pay your state every month, you know, and it sucks. But then like your tips will be more than your taxes. So it's like they paid your taxes for the month. That's always awesome when that happens.
That is awesome right there. Over 3/4 think tips should only be split between employees who actually interact with customers. Yeah, that's another thing
that, man.
That's newer somehow is tips are being divided up amongst other people. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
The tip is not for them.
No, yeah, my son deals with that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But I mean, he does little hustles around it and stuff, but
yeah.
He's a Sledge, man.
Well, I see, I go places and sometimes you see the tip things and you're like, what?
Oh,
why would I want to?
You know what? It gets me, the dispensary.
Oh yeah.
Like they're already taxing us enough. Like, you know what I'm saying?
See, but I always tip them.
I do too.
But I feel you on that.
I always give them $5, but I'm just like, you just hit me for processing fee. That's $3.50.
Yeah, $3.50,
and
right?
I save you another $5. So
because I'm not going to the ATM to get cash.
We're $8.50 over right now, and nothing's changed hands except for us talking.
That's right. No, that's true, man.
But yeah,
and it's not like typically you probably go in and I bet you don't even ask that many questions. You're
to go. I do walk in. What's up, out the door, boom, boom.
Yeah, no, me too. I know when I go in.
Worth the interaction sometimes.
Yeah, if you think, listen to me. If you think you ever been in the line behind someone at the drive-through or standing in line behind someone, and when it's their turn, you hear them go,
man,
it makes you mad. Try going to the dispensary.
It's old ladies.
Oh my
man.
God,
like 60-year-old ladies.
They're like, and they're high already, and they're like,
my cat don't like the way that one smells.
Right, yeah, and you sit there I've sat there behind people thinking, I'm next, it's time, and it'd be like 8 minutes. They're asking questions like, come on, Grandma, do some internet research.
I kind of chuckle. I like the questions. They ask some wild-ass questions sometimes if you'll just sit back and kind of listen what they ask and stuff.
They do, too, man. They do ask some wild questions.
Surprised how many old people come in and talk about the suppositories.
What?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
The stuff you.
I know what a suppository is.
Sure, but they come. I heard the old lady the other day asking for them. I'm just like looking on the menu.
I didn't even know they sold that.
I didn't either, and I was like, oh, there they are. Right there.
What?
Yes. So these older ladies,
They don't want to take it orally, so
they'd rather do it like that because
it
they're
does
old school.
absorb more
I
and
don't,
faster.
I'm not trying to absorb nothing.
No,
of
I'm
that.
just saying because that's a mucous membrane. It's closer to your blood supply, so
Right.
it absorbs more. But I
no,
still wouldn't do
sir,
that.
No.
I didn't like that when I was a kid. man.
No, that's violation.
No, I don't want no.
No.
I'm with you on that.
No.
I didn't even know they had that, bro.
Yes. I think they're like $10.
I know there was.
$15, something like that.
I remember when a trend started a few years back where people would take tampons, soak them in alcohol, and
Yeah, and people were dying and stuff.
I don't know about the dying, but they were certainly getting themselves hammered
They were,
that way.
they were dying of alcohol. Some died of alcohol poisoning.
Oh,
though.
probably.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
insane, man.
Yeah, when let me put it like this: typically
You won't
speaking,
smell it on my breath.
if it involves putting an item in your butt, it's probably not to your benefit.
No, man.
Most of the time.
No, the hamsters and
No, I'm just saying most of the time that's probably bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I definitely don't want to do that.
No.
Let's see what
Exit only.
let's see what people are saying here. Good morning, Brandon. What's going on?
What up?
Brandon said I tip 15%, then round to the nearest dollar. If a location offers a veteran discount, I figure the tip before the discount if the staff did really good, and I tip 18% and do the same.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, that is good. That is good. Good morning, Sean Skelton. What's going on, buddy? Brad said, been nearly 20 years since I paid for a haircut. Just buzz it myself. Oh, I feel you, man. My wife and clippers, you generally maintenance mine. I do have a son now who's a barber, so that helps when he's around.
Yeah.
You know, he's 22, so he ain't around hanging out with me all the time.
Right.
You know, he's doing what 22-year-olds do. You understand what I'm saying? What piercing are you getting? Oh, wait, somebody said, hold on. Oh, Brandon said, Chad's supposed to do some work for me.
Uh-oh.
And then Taj said, what piercing are you getting, Brandon? LOL. Brandon's getting his nipples pierced, isn't he? Is that what he's doing?
I don't know. Is he?
I don't know. I'm asking you, the piercer,
I
man.
hadn't heard from you.
Oh, okay.
If we are, we are. We can set it up.
This is great. Listen, Brandon, come on down and free nipples for you, man.
I got you, bub.
He's got you. He's got you on that. All right. I saw this and man, it blew my mind because I used to take. I don't. It's hard to believe this sometimes. I took this medicine. Man, it's been 8-9 years ago. I probably took it for 2 years. Okay. A class of drugs commonly used to treat movement disorders like Parkinson's. Now, mine is for restless legs.
Gotcha.
All right. So, is pushing people into risky sexual behavior. Patients taking dopamine agonists say the drugs trigger uncontrollable impulses, including flashing, sex addiction, and pedophilia. Are you kidding me, man?
You got a hidden past?
No, I don't. That's what when I read this, I'm like, what are you talking about? Reports reviewed by the BBC suggest the drug maker has known about the risk of so-called deviant sexual behavior since 2003. Patients claim their doctors continue to fail to warn them about potentially devastating side effects. So dopamine agonists, they mimic dopamine, which is a chemical that, controls movement. It's activated by your pleasure zone. But it can overstimulate feelings of pleasure while dulling the brain's ability to recognize the consequences. This can lead to impulse control. So 13 to 24% of Parkinson's patients develop them. While a warning about these risky behaviors is listed as common side effects like nausea and insomnia, they go unnoticed. So, what all is it? Well, in one, they say again, you've got people who have sexual impulse control, as far as from that all the way up to being pedophilic. And I'm like, man, listen.
No.
There's no medicine you're taking that makes you want to touch kids.
No, man.
That's like saying, medication side effect is racism.
How did they do that?
You know what I mean? I'm only racist when I take this medicine.
Did they try that on rats to see if that worked?
I'm guessing
like,
maybe.
I don't know. That's wild.
It says in many cases, hold on. In many cases, it's women. The doctors failed to assess the impact of the medication. One lady who was taking it in her 50s said her sex drive skyrocketed to the point where she became addicted. She started selling underwear and explicit videos online, organizing phone sex with strangers, and compulsively shopping.
What?
So
Granny was getting it.
she said, I turned to things that weren't healthy. I knew the behavior wasn't me, but I couldn't control it. Come on, man.
God.
Come on, man. I'm not buying that, Granny.
She was.
You're not going to sell your underwear and start doing an OnlyFans because unless you're supplementing that with meth. I mean, look, if you just want to do OnlyFans, that's cool. Don't blame the medicine for it.
God.
I'm not saying it's not true. I'm saying I'm struggling to believe that.
Me too. I'm with you on that one.
I mean, I took it for, that's what I said. I was shocked when I read it. I took it for 2 years. There wasn't one time I felt uncontrollable or like,
man.
oh, look, that kid's attractive.
Look at that little kid.
Yeah, not one time I was humping everybody. You know, I didn't start an OnlyFans. I didn't sell my underwear.
Oh, man.
None of that, you know. Now, I know it's only 15 to 25%, but I'm like, man, I want to say these people, somebody said it once and everybody else went,
they
yep,
jumped on
yeah,
that
that's right.
bandwagon.
Yeah, that's what
Yep,
it is. It's the
yep,
medicine.
yep.
Yeah, no, it's you're a deviant. That's what it is. Just admit you're a freak. You know, quit blaming the medicine for it. That's wild. All right. Said, Patrick, were you running around uncontrollably flashing people?
I'm waiting for the pictures, man.
No, definitely I was not
Or videos.
running around uncontrollably flashing people. No, I don't flash people in any circumstance, to be honest with you. It's not my bag, you know.
Oh, God.
That requires someone who has either no concern about what people think or someone who's just got some kind of mutant item and doesn't mind everybody seeing it. You know, most of us guys, most of us guys aren't operating that way, and you don't want to flash somebody if it's cold outside. That's embarrassing. No, hell no, I'm not flashing nobody.
It's a grower, not a shower.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Grower, not shower. That's what we like to think in it. Let's see. This is cool too, though. This is some technology that's pretty interesting, and it's real close to us. So we're damn sure in the 21st century. Cancer patients in Tennessee and Mississippi now getting the opportunity to see a hologram doctor.
I don't know about that, man.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
A hologram doctor. The West Cancer Center and Research Institute, they serve 20,000 patients a year.
So is it an AI or is it a real person like teleported there to talk to you?
Well, let me tell you.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas
Uh-oh.
has put tech into place at 2 clinics to replace video calls with life-size holograms of the doctors for consultations and office visits.
That's better.
Yeah, the clinic, they're using tech from Proto Hologram. It's a company that provides the systems used to create holograms at concerts. They've been used by the Jones Brothers, Paris Hilton, Mr. Beast, and a lot more.
Tupac.
That's right.
That's
Tupac.
the first one I remember.
Yeah, that one was
That was
big.
badass, man.
Yeah. You may start seeing the pop up in other clinics around the country. The company's dropped the price of the system from $65,000 to $29,000. That's not for you. That's for
Doctors.
the doctors and whatnot. I assume so anyway.
It's not a lot for a doctor's office, so you wouldn't think.
No, probably not. But it is kind of interesting, the hologram thing, isn't it?
I'm safer with it being a doctor than an AI sitting there saying, "Oh."
Yeah, no, I don't want a fake AI created doctor in there. I'll tell you that.
No. If it's my doctor from another place or something, that's cool, but not no AI. No.
No, I know that's right. All right, so let me mention this to you. It's Friday, and you probably need to get over to Stone's Throw for New Brew Friday. I'm sure that Darin's going to have a flavor you want to get today. He's got 14 of them on tap. Which one is it you like?
That chocolate. Well, I did the what's it called? Almost beer near or
the regular beer?
Regular beer. That's what it was.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's real crisp.
Yeah, it's like Bud Light, I think.
Yeah, but he's got any kind of flavor you can imagine, any kind of beer you can imagine. So go check him out at 402 East 9th Street at Stone's Throw. As a matter of fact, try them out for lunch. They have Slater's Alaskan dumplings, and Those are delicious. And just tell them you heard it on the show, and you'll get 10% off whatever you're doing.
Hook up.
So, yeah, that's a good hookup right there. All right, let's do this real quick. We're going to do a new song, Don't Trip, because it's not rock.
Getting ready for the party. My fit's at the top of my game. Silk shirt under Armani, just throwing out a name. Sipping on that Bacardi, we calling that the pregame. Gonna be swarming with Barbies, trying to get me out my A-frame. This that type of soiree, everybody wants the invite. We heading down Broadway, yeah, we kicking till daylight. We serving up beats gourmet, this that legendary funk. Party about to get so cray, the sun gonna come up drunk. Maybe about an hour later, we sliding in the Esco. Fully decked for the haters, keys to the valet, you know. They handing out party favors. It's summer but they still got snow. This that type of soiree, everybody wants the invite. We heading down Broadway, yeah, we kicking till daylight. We serving up beats gourmet, this that legendary funk. Party about to get so cray, the sun gonna come up drunk. Back it up, okay. Line of people waiting outside. Can't get past the doorman, brushed off just like fluoride. Because I brought my funk band, house hopping with movie stars. But it's us everybody wanna meet, they're more famous, yeah, by far. But we're serving up these funky beats, serving up funky, serving up funky, serving up funky, serving up beats so fat they need Ozempic. This that type of soiree, everybody wants the invite. We heading down Broadway, yeah, we kicking till daylight. We serving up beats gourmet, this that legendary funk. Party about to get so cray, the sun gonna come up drunk. We kicking till daylight, and it's still night. And it's still night. Another night alone in bed, with you right there beside me. Replaying hateful words you said, dark fruit from your rotten tree. I feel sickness spreading inside, disease dignity in my veins. Diagnosis, I'm undignified. I'm drinking it like dirty champagne. I'm scaling the top of the highest peak, just to be a sacrificial goat. You want me to take the poison you speak, but I can't be your antidote. My system is down from toxicity. There's no doctor on call, and no one's looking for a cure. There's nothing arresting my downfall. It's just another trap door. I'm scaling the top of the highest peak, just to be a sacrificial goat. You want me to take the poison you speak, but I can't be your antidote. I can't be your antidote. I can't be your antidote. Your antidote. Yo, I just can't be.
All right. There you go, man. Another couple jams right there,
Man,
baby.
That first one.
You like that, man?
Yeah.
A little bit of funk
Like a
right there.
Bruno Mars vibe almost with it, man.
Yeah, man. I got to represent everybody, out there. Not everybody
You
just
hit
wants
on
rock.
every corner, man. You've hit just about every genre, I think.
I think I'm getting close now,
Yeah,
man.
like all your popular genres anywhere, like you
Yeah.
hear on the radio.
Yeah, I'm not dropping any opera tracks,
No,
so don't
no,
expect
no,
that to
no,
be coming
no.
anytime
No
soon.
kind of bluegrass or anything like that.
I did. Probably not. To be honest with you, country probably as far as bluegrass. I don't even know how to write a bluegrass
Right.
song. To be honest, I don't even
Need
know
you a
what that would be
banjo?
about. Yeah, I can't do it. What I can do though is tell you about Botanical Alchemy Nutraceuticals. They're a veteran-owned company. They custom blend CBD sublingual recipes to your specific need. It doesn't matter if it's pain relief, anxiety, weight loss. Their blends are crafted and can help you feel your best. Now, what you want to do is check out their website. It's real simple. BANTX, bantx.com, and go over there. And if you're going to get something, put in PATP25. That is your promo code, and that'll get you 25% off your first order. And
That's awesome.
That is a pretty damn good value right there.
Caught some of that the other day when they were on here, man. I want to be on here when they're on here one time, man. Like,
Yeah, well, next
I got
time
some
they
stuff
come
to ask
in.
them. They were talking about the THCV the other day.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
interesting,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah, I've seen that stuff, man. That's awesome.
Well,
man.
because at Botanical Alchemy Nutraceuticals, they don't just have CBD; they do have CBD Plus, which is not THC.
Oh, it's CBD.
technically.
I said THC. My bad.
but no,
Yeah,
but to your point, it converts over once you take it,
Right.
To a, basically the same effect as THC, right?
right.
Hold on, we need to do the rant. You had to close that door.
But yeah, I seen that you were talking about the guy the other day, and he said his friend had lost like 50 pounds taking it or something.
Yeah,
I was
no,
like, that's awesome, man.
No, it was surprising to me even.
Yeah, that's
So yeah, go over their site, check it out. There's a lot of different things on there you might not expect. They have butter, like a dab.
yeah.
They have all kinds of stuff like that. So it's definitely worth your time. All right, let's.
Get this rant.
He's Patrick, he's an angry SOB. Patrick, are you freaking kidding me? Patrick, right here on PATP. Suck it, man, this guy is really pissed. Angry Patrick.
All right, let's do this. It's been a little bit, so
Yeah.
I had to bring a heater this time. United Healthcare CEO accused killer Luigi Mangione is being overwhelmed by photos from fans while he sits in a Brooklyn jail. He's asking fans to stop flooding him with mail. His legal defense site says Luigi appreciates the photos that are sent. Kindly ask people send no more than 5 of them at a time. Also mentions on the site it's impossible for him to respond to most letters written, but he is thankful for them. People have donated hundreds of thousands of dollars. He's pleaded not guilty to murder. Are you freaking So let me get this right. The guy that's currently in Clink City for smoking a dude in broad daylight, probably going to be convicted. This says great dating potential to you? And what about those fat caterpillars over his eyes? Are you just using Miracle Grow on that shit? Is that representative of all of his body hair? Because, once you get south of the border, you're going to need a machete and some fire to clear that underbrush. And they're literally sending him Photos, not like an email, not a actual printed real life photos. Anybody remember those? Let me guess, your true goal is to make it as Miss July in the Luigi Mangione prison cell calendar. Is that the goal? Did you at least laminate the photos? Because I don't know about a calendar, but I do know your photos are about to be the star of the Brooklyn Correction Center Whackfest 2025. Your photos are going to catch more man chowder than the San Francisco Sperm Bank. They're definitely top shelf ladies here. Speaking of bagging all the ladies, Luigi, take note about this. In Tanzania, one man has done enough breeding to create his own small village. Ernesto Kapinga is married to 16 women. With those 16 women, he has 104 kids. From those kids, 144 grandkids. Kapinga says each of his wives has their own home. There are people in the village who are charged with helping out with various chores and tend to the kids. Oh, and 7 of his current wives are his sisters, so there's that. Are you freaking, come on, 16 wives? There's at least 5 of them you can't stand. But who could afford a divorce with 16 wives? When you get to the end of your workday, is one of your wives just standing there waiting for you to hand them the money? Right. Now, I'll say that this guy's self-esteem has to be on Diddy circa 2019 level. I mean, you had to literally bang every woman in the village, even your sisters. No doubt, all very smart babies. And by very smart, I mean you probably brighten up a room the same way a dumpster fire brightens up an alley. And 104 kids? Is there a conveyor belt that just runs from the maternity ward to your house? You probably got a dozen missing kids you don't even remember. You're probably responsible for at least 60% of the Amber Alerts in Tanzania. I don't know if your penis should be knighted by the queen or declared a weapon of mass destruction. And finally, speaking of other countries, big news in Brazil. As you may or may not know, the big COP30 climate change conference is coming. It's being held in Belém, Brazil. Now, they expect 50,000 politicians and activists. Matter of fact, so many people, they're building a brand new 4-lane highway for the event. It'll be done. They're cutting down the huge swath of Amazon rainforest right now where it's going to be installed.
What the hell?
That's what you call progress, right? Are you freaking kidding me? That's what you call brain damage. Right. Did you ever seen the meme of the guy who has like half of his head gone but is still alive? I assume that's who decided this plan. But don't let me just jump to conclusions and be a big fat Richard Cranium. So you need to bring 50,000 leaders and activists to come where, which definitely involves what could be a metric shit ton of flights, all right? So now last I was aware, there's a massive amount of carbon. Let me paint a better picture. Take the biggest oil well in Texas, set that oil well on fire and let it burn for a year. You'd be close to the amount of travel pollution, but screw that. What I love most is you're literally chopping down the rainforest to put a toxic freeway right in the middle of it.
Man.
If it wasn't enough to just remove a mass amount, but you need to make sure all the limousines smoked out the rest of the rainforest. Right. Why don't you just get out of your limo, saunter your ass into the jungle, find a baby elephant and choke it out, bitch? Later on, Dumbo, just walk your privileged legs right in there, grab the first monkey you see, go Floyd Mayweather on it, beat that monkey's ass, spank that monkey. I got carried away. But in essence, isn't that exactly what you're doing? You seem to be very educated about the shit you make up. You want to know why people aren't listening to you anymore? This is Exhibit A. But in the spirit of kindness, let's end on something fun, a little game. Here's how to find out your idiot name. Combine your first name with whatever your last name is. Never mind. That's it for today. That's crazy, man, to have 104 kids and 144 grandkids in the village.
That
man.
would be insane.
Can you imagine that,
No.
dude? 16 wives.
No.
7 of them sisters.
All the nagging. Oh, my God.
Dude, I would go to
'Cause
sleep
you know,
with a gun in my mouth every
Girls
night.
can't get around girls like they're going to be fighting. It's going to be
They're
drama.
catty as hell, and 7 of them
Yeah.
are sisters, too.
Man, that's
and
gonna
you know
be
the sisters, they're like, I've been with him longer than anybody.
Right.
I run him.
He likes me more. Da, da, da. You know, like, no.
The only one's going to get my sister pregnant is me. It's very Arkansas of you, sir.
That's horrible.
Arkansas and Tanzania have a few things in common.
Sounds like it.
That is wild, dude.
That's insane.
Yeah, what about Luigi Mangione? All these women sending him pictures.
That
in
shit's
prison.
crazy, man.
I mean, what do they hope for here? You know, is
That's
this
just
just
like like Manson and everything. Like he had people writing him crazy stuff.
It doesn't make sense, man. I
No,
mean, would
it
you
don't,
ever?
man.
Have you ever in your life thought, you know, I think I'm
No.
going to write an inmate,
No,
see if I can hook up with them? That
no,
seems like a good idea.
no. And like you see these people trolling like the inmate searches looking for girls.
Man, there's a show called Life After Lockup. Have you ever seen it?
Yes, I've seen the advertise for it.
It's crazy, dude. Almost every person on it gets fleeced. And by fleeced, I mean, look, these people are not typically emotionally well for
Right,
the minimum.
right.
Some of them are just bad.
Right.
And they've been suckering this person they think they're in love with for all this time, getting this money. They bring them, they get out, they come to their house, and, they give them all this. And then inevitably they bounce.
They're
on
like,
them.
see ya. I'm
Yeah,
out.
that's exactly
Freedom.
almost all of them bounce.
Yeah. Yeah. That is insane.
I can't begin to imagine, what the benefit is to. I guess it's safe because you can't really do anything.
Or that they want to be popular and be like, that's my man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that.
That's
They want
so
the
weird.
notoriety of it and stuff.
Man, it's so weird.
It's insane.
Yeah, no, it's crazy insane.
Anybody that's in a public figure like that, it gets crazy sometimes, huh?
Man, yeah, but you're right. Even Charles Manson would get letters from women. I'm certain
All
they
them
were
serial
crazy.
killers, man, get that stuff, man.
Man, and as soon as you get with them, they're going to kill you anyway.
Have you not seen all the Michael Myers? Like,
Right?
every time sex happens, somebody dies.
Somebody got to die. That's right. That's exactly right. Every time. That is how it works in,
Yeah.
most of those slasher
Man,
movies.
anytime you see like these little kids, like teenagers, like
As soon as they start
yeah,
getting naked,
somebody's going to
somebody's
get
dying.
slashed. Man, it happens every
Or
time.
if they get
man.
in the lake.
Yes, like any kind of skin exposure, somebody's dying.
Yeah, no, that's right. If you see boobs, death is around the corner immediately.
Just like going to the basement to get something, they ain't coming back.
Yeah, no. Oh, no, you're never coming back. That's right. Never coming back from the basement.
What was that? I'll be back.
No, I'm going to
you
go
won't.
downstairs
You're
and
gone.
check it out. Why?
Nope.
Why are you going by yourself,
Yeah,
dumbass?
grab a pistol first.
Yeah, nobody ever has a weapon.
man.
It is hilarious. But I guess that's what makes sometimes you do get mad at the movies watching them, going, bitch, what are you doing?
But see,
Run.
people from the hood can't, because we're like, what? Like our brains don't work like
No, it doesn't. It's like either I'm going to run or I'm going to kill you.
That's why the hood flicks like that are hilarious. Like the ones like the Marlins make and stuff like that.
Oh,
like,
yeah, like the scary movie ones.
they're hilarious.
They are kind of funny, man. Some of those, at least the first couple of them.
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
know
they're
about all
not
of
just great movies, but I get the logic behind
Yeah,
all
no,
of it.
it's different. I remember, I think it was Eddie Murphy who used to joke about that, the difference between white and black people watching scary movies, because he had a bit about the Amityville Horror, which is the house that was haunted and blood coming down the walls, and he was talking about how in the movie, they see all these things, they don't do anything.
I
and he's
left
like,
the first scene.
yeah,
I
that's
couldn't
what he
leave,
said. He
packing
said,
my
blood
shit,
coming
I'm
down the wall.
leaving.
Let's go.
Yep.
Time to go. Time to go.
Yep.
Back up. Yeah, no, I'm not sticking around. I'm not
No.
calling in any priest.
No.
I'm not calling for an exorcism.
No.
I'm just leaving.
We were just renting this house.
I'm
out.
There ain't nothing in this house I need. I'm leaving
Nope.
everything here, and I'm
Yes,
gone.
It's all possessed. Leave it.
Yeah, that's right. It's like I watch a lot of these movies where these women get stalked and they'll move across town. I'm like, look, the trouble this guy went to find you
He can
already.
drive.
Move across the country and change your name, man. Get the hell out of here. Yeah, sometimes scary movies will piss you off, won't they? All right, let's see what the people are saying right now before we move along. So glad to have the rant back, Andy said.
Yes.
Best morning show. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Brandon said, love the segue, tipping to suppositories, just the tip. I don't know what you mean, Brandon, by that. You and your suppositories have a great weekend, though. I want you to do that. That's a special time for you. So anyway, do you think prison would be the worst place to meet a prospective significant other? Or I guess maybe rehab would be up there.
Man, rehab, that's got to be right there.
And a lot of people hook up
Man,
in rehab.
yeah, one of my buddies one time when he got fresh out, he got out with a girl and they got married.
Worst mistake,
Fresh out of rehab. Man,
Did
yeah.
they go down a bad path?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
both in
normally what
prison.
happens.
Both of them are in prison right now.
Well, there you go. That's one of the things they tell you, is a fundamental rule is don't get in a relationship with a former addict yourself.
Or somebody that's going
or
through
somebody
it right
that's
then.
at least going through becoming sober, because you're going to enable each other the
They
wrong
think,
way.
well, we can take this on together. No,
No,
it
you
usually don't
can't.
work like that.
No, both of your demons will go, let's go.
Yeah.
And it'll be fun for about a week, and then it goes wrong
And
real
they have
bad.
kids. I feel sorry for the kids because then they have these kids and just like all screwed
Oh
up.
my God, yeah, no doubt about that. What's your go-to movie to watch when you're just hanging out if you're bored or whatever? Do you have one, like a favorite action movie or something that you just put on?
I watch Dillinger every once in a while with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, that
I
I haven't watched that one.
Man, that's pretty good, man.
Is it?
I watched
It's
that
about
one.
John Dillinger,
the bank robber and stuff like
Yeah.
that, like the whole little syndicate he was part of and stuff.
That's a pretty good.
It's pretty good little flick, man. I
story.
like that. I like the Denzel Washington gangster movie.
American
American
Gangster.
Gangster. I've been watching that here
Do
lately.
you like Training Day?
Yes, I love Training Day,
I'm King
man.
Kong.
I love Training Day,
Man, that was the role I think.
I'll
that-
watch Training Day anything. Yeah, it drives the wife crazy sometimes. And I'm like, it's stopping. Like we're
Yeah, I think that role was the one that
man.
took
There's
Denzel
nobody else
over the top.
and nobody else could have like that movie wouldn't have been it without Denzel.
Oh no, he's
Nobody.
that dude's
could've-
phenomenal,
Yes,
man. I love that. That dude's.
that car. I love the Monte Carlo in that car and that with the switches and
Yes.
the keys. Oh my god,
watched-
that's one of my dream cars.
I watched all the Equalizers recently.
I have too.
And the third one, when it was done, I was like, I wonder how old Denzel is. And I pulled it up, and I was like, "Are you kidding
Is he
me?"
what? Let me 72.
Hold on, let me tell you because I don't want to lie to you. He is. Here we go. 70.
70.
So and I was like 70.
I just knew that because what you were acting like. So.
Yeah, right. But there's a good process of elimination. It's amazing how many action stars there are right now who are in their late 60s to mid 70s.
But like
Liam Neeson's like 73, 74, bro.
Like they say, black don't crack though. Like black.
Oh, Denzel, no,
yeah,
it's
man.
true,
Like he,
man.
yeah, like he, yeah.
But I mean, all these. Look, if Bruce Willis it didn't get that, he'd still be doing. And he's like,
Did you know Bruce Willis started off on Miami Vice? That was his first TV role.
I didn't know that.
Man, I
actually.
seen that the other day, and I was
Really?
like, "Holy, yeah!" It was really wild looking at him.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had to Google
Back
it.
when he had hair and
Yeah,
stuff?
it was wild looking,
Well,
man.
he
Him
was
and
on a-
Don Johnson.
Yeah, he was on a show for a long time called Moonlighting, a few seasons at least, and that blew him up. And then Die Hard really.
Yes, and
Put
see,
him
that's
over
what
the
I
head.
thought. You know,
Yeah, I know, but it is always weird or wild to see what the first thing.
yeah,
that
it
you
said
are.
Miami Vice, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I watched
I
back
was
in the day. Miami
remember when they
Vice.
blew up the Ferrari and it was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it was a big-
that was my jam. back in the
Everybody
day,
was trying
man.
to dress like Don Johnson.
man, yeah.
Get you a colored
Yeah,
T-shirt
yeah.
with a white blazer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were a pimp then.
Yeah,
Yeah. No,
Miami
that
Vice was, that was one of the first miniseries.
it was a real sexy show, so
Yeah,
to speak.
yeah.
Especially dudes loved it.
yes.
Maybe ladies too.
Girls
but I
liked it because Don Johnson and
Oh,
the
yeah.
alligator. Remember, we had the alligator. on
Oh
the boat?
yeah. Yeah, my wife
Crockett.
Laura thinks Don Johnson's hot. She always has, I guess, since Nash Bridges or whatever. I don't know. I never even watched that show, but he's had like several shows.
Yeah.
He's in what is it? Eastbound and Down. Have you seen it with Kenny Powers?
He is?
Yeah.
I just don't remember him being in it.
Yeah, he's Kenny's dad.
Man, I can't believe I blanked on that. That's wild.
Yeah, he's in there. But he does a lot of different things, man. By the way, do you watch The Righteous Gemstones? Have you seen that?
It's just one show though. It's not like a miniseries.
It's a show, a series.
Who's in it?
Well, a lot of people. Danny McBride, who plays Kenny Powers, John Goodman, Adam Devine. It's based on a mega church, but it's a comedy.
No, I've seen it advertised or something, but I don't think I've watched
Let me
it.
tell you something. If you have not watched The Righteous Gemstones, go do it immediately.
What's it streaming on? Do you know? I've seen it somewhere the other day. I just can't think of where I've seen it at.
I don't remember what it's on, maybe Netflix, but I'm not sure.
I'll have to check it
But
out.
I know that it's hilarious, bro. I mean,
I'll check that out.
I was not. I kind of pushed it off for a little bit, and Laura finally talked me into it. It's so damn funny. It's also got Walter Goggins in it. It's just the cast but it's so damn funny, and it just check that out.
I'll check
But
that
the
one
first
out.
episode of the third season just dropped, and Bradley Cooper is in it. And so I was like, wow, they're going all out for this last season.
Getting some people in there sounds
Yeah,
like.
bringing in some other big names and stuff. So it was a really unusual episode. For those who know, but check out the Righteous Gemstones for sure, because that's definitely a show worth watching. Let's see, what happened to Joe's interviews? I meant to ask last week when I thought about it. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Joe got
Joe got too exotic, is what happened. So
he got too big for his britches.
He did. He got I look at sometimes people are desperate and they need help, and I get that. And I feel like we were really trying to help him get the word out, and we did a lot of interviews with him. But then his agents let us know that it was going to be $100 an interview going forward.
Right about the time that he thought he was going to get pardoned with Trump and all that.
Yeah.
Like he thought he was like really big.
Yeah, and I said $100. I said, man, we don't typically pay for an interview here. We're trying to help you get him pardoned.
Right.
I don't need to be pardoned. I'm outside. I'm sitting here at this desk right now. I have freedom. He wants a pardon, so I'm trying to get him out here.
Right.
And now you want to charge me
$100 to help you.
To ask people to help him get a pardon? No, I said, no, I'm not going to do that. And I'm not mad at Joe.
No.
That's just the agency probably being greedy.
Yeah.
They felt like the moment was hot and they could cash in on it. Mm-hmm. I just said, no, thank you. To be honest, Tasha, I just, if I'm going to spend $100 on this show, I think there are better things in my budget.
Yes.
Like, I can go over to Cameo and probably for, $35 3 times, I can get 3 celebrities to call and do some kind of thing for me. I mean, so no, I'm not paying for interviews. It's just not going to happen ever. Yeah, I'm never gonna. Yeah, if you can't, if I can't help,
if we ain't getting paid, you ain't getting paid.
That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, I'm not even making any money here, and you want me to pay you, Joe?
We just lost the TV.
Oh, we lost. Oh, the monitor. I don't know what happened there, but we'll be all right. We're gonna survive, Chad.
We going.
Yeah, we're going. All right. Let's go to how the average American spends their paycheck.
Rent.
Let's see. Hold on. Now, I want to do something different than that. It's Friday. I want to have more fun than that. So hold on one second. Oh, yeah, here we go. This is a great story. You're going to love this. So a member of a state panel who's advising the director of Oregon's health authority on best practices and policies in mental health identifies as a turtle.
We got problems.
Yeah, J.D. Holt, who goes by J.D. Terrapin on Facebook.
Oh, my God.
Is one of the 24 people on the Consumer Advisory Council. The council, established by administrative statute, is appointed by the director. The purpose of the council is to advise on the state's provision of mental health services, including through investigations and reviews of current practices.
Is he trying to show him he's crazy too?
He said, hello, everybody, it's JD. I use they, them, and turtle for my pronouns. I'm in the Springfield area, and I get to be part of the council.
Wow. Does he sleep in a box?
The website, Gender Wiki, by the way. There is something called Gender Wiki, if you need to know. Gender Wiki is a website that documents the list of non-binary genders. Turtle gender is what this person has. Turtle gender.
Turtle gender.
Yeah, they have turtle power. Like the...
I wonder if they were like big one Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Of course they were. He thinks he's Raphael or Donatello. You know that. He's probably got nunchucks and shit in his bedroom.
Wow.
I mean...
That's crazy, man.
You got a person that... This is the... I mean, I get they need some mental help. Is this a trick to get them to the mental help?
Like, yeah,
I mean, but
saying,
I don't think
we're all the same over here.
I don't know if I want them on an advisory council of anything unless it's what led us to feed my turtle in the terrarium.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. He identifies as a turtle.
Did you pay him off with carrots?
I mean, look, I get it. You identify. Look, you're a man trapped in a woman's body. You're a woman trapped in a man's body. Yeah, all right.
Trapped in a turtle shell.
Fine. I'll concede that could possibly happen. But how do you identify as a goddamn turtle, man?
Like what happened in your life, man?
Why? That's not normal. That's not real. There's no real turtle gender.
What led up to this turtleism? You know what I'm
Turtleism. Turtleism. That's one of the greatest phrases. Yeah, no, I'm a turtleism. That is awesome, bro. I do love that so much.
That's
Turtleism.
insane, man.
No, it's yeah.
Does he get scared to, like, go inside his shirt and
but
shit?
the news is covering it like it's just an everyday.
That's the
It's
news
just
now,
Bob.
man.
He just identifies as a turtle.
Nah, man.
What happened to put Bob in a room
A
somewhere?
box. Put him in a box.
Yeah,
with a
just
turtle.
like you do with turtles. Put him in a damn box, give him some lettuce, and get him the hell out of here.
God.
I'm sorry, man, but I don't trust Bob.
No.
If you identify as a turtle,
No.
I don't trust you.
No.
Is that wrong?
No.
Okay. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm the asshole, to be honest with you. Hey, speaking of that, let's move and do something better. Hold on.
Have you been injured? You need an attorney with a passion for people and an obsession with justice. That attorney is Tim Reed in Little Rock. Look, they won $1.3 million in wrongful death, almost $1 million in medical malpractice and in insurance dispute. These guys know what they're doing, but more importantly, he's not a figurehead of some kind. He's not just some person on a poster with a picture of a rig or a smile or his dog with him. This is a real guy you can text with, you can talk to, and who will take good care of you. He'll work with you personally to get what you deserve. Check out reedfirm.com, reedfirm.com, or give him a call, 777-7333. You know what, as a real estate agent, I've seen lots of homes get caught up in probate. That's when somebody dies and they don't have a will. And the next thing you know, siblings are arguing over houses, possessions, cars, things like that. That is a nightmare you don't want any part of. You're going to need some help. You need someone with experience. You need Riggin Law. Okay, RigginLaw.com. Kristen Riggin there and her team are amazing at guiding you through this process. Look, you want to get what's coming to you, but you don't want to have to fight with everybody to get it. Just get Kristen to do the work for you. Go to RigginLaw.com. When you have questions, you have concerns about an inheritance, about anything like that, RigginLaw.com is the solution. Check them out.
Staring up from rock bottom, do I have what it takes to climb out? Ropes tied, can I unknot them when I'm waterlogged with doubt? 35 seconds gone, I only had 3 minutes. The question is, will I drown? Or damn it, will I finish? This is how anxiety feels. This is what paralyzes me. Why does it take all these pills just to murder anxiety? Time is no friend to me, and it just can't be overstated. Pressure is the enemy. 90 seconds have evaporated. Life is a twisted puzzle I'm trying to put together. Why do I feel muzzled and yet still feel so untethered? This is how anxiety feels. This is what paralyzes me. Why does it take all these pills just to murder anxiety? I don't wanna be a wreck, and I don't wanna be a zombie. Is there a day I don't expect? It's coming down around me. This is how anxiety feels. This is what paralyzes me. There has to be something more than pills just to murder anxiety. Is there a day I don't expect? A day I don't expect.
All right, we are back and better than ever.
Always.
What is going on? Welcome to Friday. It is the Friday show, and as you can see, it's just Chad and I today.
That's what's up. That's all it needs to be, man.
Yeah, man, we're just hanging out and doing it, man. Just doing this show, making it happen on a Friday. So, tell me, man. Other than piercing, tell people what hobbies do you have? What's your passion on the side? I know your wife. I know Kristen. I know that's number one. What's number two after that?
When I have time, I like to go. I like to go fishing. I like to go hunting.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a kind of a country boy.
I didn't know you did either of
Yeah,
those things.
yeah. We got some land in Enola.
And where's Enola?
Enola is out kind of. You kind of go towards Valonia, and then you start going off.
Okay,
It's
so
just one of them little bitty
is it in
towns,
like
a little
Faulkner
podunk.
County or whatever?
No, I don't think it's like maybe closer to
White
Cleveland
County?
or something like
Okay,
that. Yeah,
gotcha. I got you. So what do you got? A few acres over there or something?
man, a bunch, like a bunch.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
know that.
yeah.
What? So you just go there whenever, or do you?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it yours?
It's my stepdad, but I
Okay.
mean, I've
you
been-
have access
yeah,
to it. It's your
access to it.
family's.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool,
Yeah.
man. Do you ever go over there and like ride ATVs? Or
We used
anything
to
like
and
that?
stuff like that. Not so much. It's kind of a ride out there, so I don't get out there
Oh,
as much as
yeah.
I'd like to. But it's getting warmer weather, so
So what do you fish for when you fish?
I like
anything-
crappie fishing, bass fishing.
Yeah.
Just anything that bites, really. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I just like to get out there and do something.
And just being naked.
Yeah,
mainly.
yeah.
No, I understand that. What kind of hunting have you done?
I love to deer hunt.
Really?
Yeah. I love deer hunt, man. Love deer meat.
I've never been a hunter. When I was young, I did go a few times, but it was just never my thing. But I have a lot of respect for it. I don't like the cold.
I don't either, man. But you get in like that buck fever, some real stuff, man. Like,
Yeah.
for real. Like you get an adrenaline, like it's something else, man. Once you get it, you're like, oh, okay.
I got to do that.
Yeah, it's worth getting up at 5 a.m. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, look, anything you're passionate about like that, it is.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I can feel that.
It's cold. I always cheat though. We have like this big, like box like thing, and I got a heater in there, a chair like this, like
That's nice. That's
watching
nice.
the phone.
When I was a kid, my grandfather used to take me fishing
It
a
wasn't.
lot,
Yeah,
and he liked to fish for catfish. That was his
catfish
thing.
is a fun fish. Yes,
And so he would use that catfish bait, the
and
stink bait.
it's always horrible
I
smelling.
used to eat it when I was a kid.
What?
I know, it's so weird, isn't
That's
it?
like chicken livers and.
It was terrible. I don't know why.
I don't say you didn't get.
I would
like
eat anything when I was a
salmonella for that, man.
kid. I don't even know what it did. It smells so bad too, man.
God,
I know, isn't that
that's horrible,
weird?
man.
I know it is, man.
I would look at you and be like, kid.
Yeah, no, my grandpa, I think he did. I think he said, man, something wrong with you, man. Don't eat that. That's terrible.
Wow.
I know. I was like 5 years old, 4 or
that's
5.
nasty, man.
It is nasty.
God.
Yeah. But, I mean, so is probably other stuff we eat. I did
Not
eat chicken
that-
livers
That's pretty.
as a kid.
It's called stink bait, Patrick.
I know. Well, I was 4 or 5, man. I couldn't even spell stink bait.
I know, but you could smell it.
Yeah.
God, that's horrible.
Well, I like pungent things. I like stinky cheese, too, like Parmesan. You don't like...
I mean, to a point, but that's like.
No, it's
Burning
terrible.
your
It's stupid. But I was a stupid kid, bro. I was just trying to make a confession. Look what you did to me. You ruined me today. You ruined my whole Friday, Chad.
That's horrible, though, man.
Man, all the things
just
I've
wondering
done,
if
and you
you're-
act like you're most repulsed by
I'm
this.
wondering if your grandpa made you eat it or if you ate it. Like, is there some trauma back here?
I don't know, man. He might have had a fun. Said, "Here, you want to know what it tastes like? Get some."
Try this, and then you
Yeah.
start eating. It's like, oh shit! Oh, you
Yeah,
can't
no,
eat that,
don't
boy.
eat that. Don't eat that. Yeah, it could be. I don't remember, man. That's it.
God. Wow.
Well, Doggy said, Chad is a great co-host. Dude makes the show colorful.
I appreciate that, dog.
No, it's very true. That's true. Tasha said, that was a great song. I suffer from extreme anxiety and related to those lyrics. Well, thank you.
I feel you, girl.
Very much on that. I really do appreciate that. I've gotten into way too much enjoyment now out of writing these songs.
Yes.
I'm having way too much fun with it.
I get at least 3 a week, and I love it.
Yeah, you're my test.
My
dummy.
wife would be sitting on the couch, and I like hold my phone so like only I can hear it because she's
Yeah,
trying
you
to
don't
watch
wanna mess her
TV.
show
Yeah.
up.
And she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Patrick sent me a banger. Hold on."
Yeah, but it had
She thought that the AI was writing,
That was-
and you were just putting in like the topics. And I'm like, no, he's full out writing these songs, and the AI is just putting the music behind it.
Yeah, no, that's what I was trying to explain yesterday to somebody, because Laura was having, I played the first couple for her, and she was like, okay. And I'm like, hold on, man. I mean, I literally wrote that.
Right.
She goes, you didn't write shit. AI did that. I said, no.
No, yeah.
Well, AI did do the music part
Right,
of it, but
right.
I wrote the lyrics
Right.
to it. I didn't just keyword some shit in.
And that's what I thought when I got the first two. And then I
Yeah.
was like, oh shit, he's writing this.
Yeah, no, I literally do write it. Now, when you put into the program that I use, which I'll tell you the name of it, so you can look it up and see how it works yourself. You don't
Crazy.
You don't have to take my word. Lyricsintasong.ai. Lyricsintasong.ai.
And it's
So
free. Like, it's totally free. isn't
it is. It is free. Yeah. Now I have a paid version, but it is free. But you go there and you put your lyrics in, and you pick the genre. You pick the type of voice that you want. And then what I'll do is it spits out 2 of them every time. I usually will run if in the first 2 I don't have it, I'll probably run 8 of them to find one that actually works.
Right.
Because a lot of times what it'll spit out the first time, you'll be like, yeah, you didn't quite understand what I wanted there.
Right.
Or that voice doesn't sound quite right to me.
But man, some of the songs that you wrote, like the AI part of it, like the
It's amazing.
Man, like the horns come in like right when they shouldn't. Like it's scary, man. Like that.
Well, yeah, here, I'll play you what he's talking about. Hold on, because it is
trippy,
really a
man.
trip. Because when I sent him this one, he goes, man, this is wild how AI does that because of when the horns come in on it.
Yeah.
So listen. Hold on. Yeah, so I wrote the words. Where's it at? There it is. I wrote the words to it, and then I put it in. And this is one of those where I did go through, I think I went through 10 of them on this one to get to a flow that worked for it. And
You nailed it.
but
They
listen
nailed it,
to
man.
how the horns work on this.
Oh,
Some Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
it's nighttime. It's the right time. Feeling this groove.
Yeah.
It's so
But hold on.
sublime, yo. Let's ride. I got my girl in the caddy, 4-door in a 6-body trunk.
That's a
Yeah,
trunk
she
that
call
fits
me
6
daddy,
bodies.
'cause I'm the righteous father of funk. We bouncing at the stoplight. Fenders moving to the beat.
See, that right there, man.
Yeah.
Like that's right on point, man.
Yeah.
Everybody wanna get in right.
It's AI. It's
Shows on
crazy,
the
isn't it?
side of the street, slow rolling in the roundabout. 2 wheels lifting
And it'll put in
curving
breakdowns,
out. Paint
you
popping in
know.
the street lamps, flashing
That's
so
wild,
hard,
man.
almost
It is wild, isn't it?
Like the horns are like right where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, no,
That's
AI
crazy,
is scary
man.
good. It's scary good. But that's the cool thing is that, a lot of these songs, we've got bands right now
This is gonna be fun,
that are
man.
redoing my lyrics to make a better song than AI. And so they're going to start coming in and bringing
gonna
their
be
new
fun,
songs.
man.
And yeah, so I'm super stoked about that. Let's see. It says, if I'm on the toilet, I'm listening to PATP. Well, that's good, man.
Push it out, bro.
Yeah. Little doggy said, if I'm on the toilet, I'm writing AI songs. That is true. That is. Mike is like me to you. Mike's always sending me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put a couple of his songs up. He's got one about the best ham sandwich in the world. It's a pretty great song. It's
Ham
pretty
sandwich.
good jam. Yeah. Tasha said, I relate to Chad the most. We had similar childhoods. Yeah, I can understand that, man. I mean, you both kind of grew up in the same type of
Yeah.
environment.
Yeah.
Tasha, when are you coming up to be on the
Yes,
show?
we
That's
need
what
to-
we
we
keep
need to-
asking about that.
If he can't make it happen, get a hold of me. You can come up here with me one day.
Yeah, you can come. I've given her an open invitation to come anytime
Telling
that
you,
she
man.
wants to. It doesn't matter.
Bring your little one if you have to.
Yeah, no, just absolutely. Anytime she wants to come on the show, she's welcome. All right, check this out. This is a cool place if you might want to go somewhere like different for vacation. Have you ever wanted
Wow.
to stay at a mansion built for car enthusiasts? The Drift Mansion.
Oh, you got me already,
Yeah,
man.
the Drift Mansion comes with a hefty price tag. That's $3,000 a night, but it's worth it. Most of the time, it's not.
That was pretty badass, man.
Yeah, the owner, who's a former race car driver, created this insane drift track for other drivers to test their drift skills with go-karts, custom-built cars, electric drift cars. It's kind of a dream come true for thrill seekers. As if any crash is happening while the track is built for excitement, it's designed with safety built in mind. So no major wrecks have been reported. Why is it so expensive? Well, the cost covers the maintenance of the 20-acre property, the luxury accommodations, and private access to the track, which is unlike anywhere else that you can go. So in other words, not only do you get to stay in this place, you get to run the drift track.
Track surrounds the house.
Yes, it's built in the middle of the track. Isn't that crazy how that looks, though?
It's got an indoor track, outdoor track, swimming pool,
Yeah, look at
video games.
I mean,
That's some fun stuff right there,
That is dope.
man.
They're out here drifting on this track.
Man.
So, I mean, you could bring your friends. You guys could be, all your buddies with your Fast and Furious cars and
That'd
whatnot.
be some fun times,
I mean, it
man.
would. I mean,
Yeah.
can you imagine taking the Challenger, and being able to drift?
No.
Of course, you'd have to buy new tires after
Oh,
that,
man.
I'm guessing.
I'm just thinking like the house, what would happen I know what would happen. I get to drinking some Coronas.
You thinking you're
Then I'd
going
end
to
up on
slide
that
right
track.
into the house?
And then, I'd end up in the pool in the backyard back there
That's
by the track.
hilarious. No, I think they've got rails around the guardrails that prevent that.
That's wild.
But it is wild, some of the type of experiences you can have that you don't know about out there. You can go, there are places like in California or some major cities where you can rent exotic cars.
Yes.
Like
my
Lambos,
buddies did that. They went to
Ferraris.
Las Vegas and rented some
Yeah.
Lamborghinis.
Vegas is a great place to do
Badass,
that.
man. I can't wait to get out there. I want to do
It's
it.
not cheap.
No, but I want to do it, man. I'm going to do it.
But if you could drive a Lambo for a couple hours.
My buddies got 2 of them, and they were racing them and stuff. I was like, oh.
And it'd be cool to make music
That's
videos.
they were making
with
videos for
and things like that.
TikToks and stuff. I was like, this is awesome.
We're
man.
doing, as a matter of fact, if you want to come up Sunday, feel free. You and Kristen both, of course. We're shooting a music video for John Bailey and the Heathen Revival.
I'm here, man.
Yeah, and so we're setting up the ring and bringing in some people because for this scene, it involves the guys going to a wrestling event.
I'm here,
and,
man.
You can have wrestlers. I'm
Yeah.
going to be there doing something in it. And so it's going to be really cool. It's for their song Tattoos. You know that song.
I got it on my playlist. On
That
my
song's
car,
a
man.
banger,
yeah,
bro.
I'm telling you, man. I
It's a
listened to it literally
straight
on the way to work this morning, man.
Straight banger. Go look up John Bailey and the Heathen Revival Tattoos.
Was it Strange Tattoos?
Just Tattoos is the
Tattoos.
name of it.
That's
It's
I
straight,
like that song,
straight,
man.
great banger, man.
Got that, I don't know, that little hook, man.
It does. They're one of the bands that are going to do one of the songs. I've got one I want them to do, but I don't know if they're going to pick that
That
one.
was the awesome one that they picked.
Yeah, that's if not, it's the only one I'm not adding to the list here to play, because I'm so guarded of those lyrics right now because I think that's the one that Luke sold me on. He's like, listen, we wanted to get this to Jelly Roll and Hardy, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not putting it out then until I know what if I got a piece of gold here. Let me
Man,
sit on it a minute.
It's wild, man, for sure.
It's a trip, to be honest with you. It's just like I said. It's silly, but it's fun.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I could see Jelly Roll or somebody like that doing it
You
too.
could.
Yeah.
I mean, the name of the song "Shrooms and Beer." If that gives you any indication of what kind of song it is, but it's a straight banger. I'm not
Man,
lying
it
to you.
is, man. Like man. Yes.
It is a good one.
The lyrics, Patrick's insane. Like,
Yeah,
he
it's
nailed
crazy.
it, man.
We were talking about that place you could stay with the drift track. Not a drift track, but I did stay in the Hot Springs, I think, area at an Airbnb that's a covered wagon. Yeah, I
don't know about that,
It was
man.
fun, man. No, it was a fun Airbnb. It's a big covered wagon. It was just me and Laura, and
So
it
were
had
there
a fire.
other wagons? Like,
No, but they have on this particular property, which is several acres. They have like 5 different themed Airbnbs, and this particular one is a covered wagon. It had a hot tub outside, and a little area to sit in. So it was less about the covered wagon, more about the hot tub.
Right,
But it was cool. It was a cool little place. It's funky. It's in the country.
That's
you know.
wild, man.
Yeah, but you'd be amazed. There's a Hobbit house in North Arkansas. Swear to God, It's got the little door. It looks just like the Hobbit. You go in, it's got the little furniture. It's got all that.
That's wild.
And it's, you can stay there. And that's right here in Arkansas.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. There's so many things to do here that people don't know.
Yes.
You know, like if you've never been to Blanchard Springs,
Yes.
that's an awesome trip.
Yes.
To the caverns there.
Yes.
And while you're there, you can see the Arkansas Grand Canyon up the road, which is really dope.
Right.
What are some cool places here people may not think about to go?
Like in this area?
Just Arkansas, or right around us. You know, what are places that you like to go?
I've never been, but that Carter Park.
Oh, Carter Off Road.
Yeah.
Carter Off Road's dope.
Yeah, if I had like an off-road thing, I'd definitely be hitting.
No,
that
that is a dope place to go.
Like they have like the little houses and like it's pretty cool.
No,
I've
it's
never
a lot
been.
of
I
fun.
hear a lot
I've
of
been
stories
several
about
times,
it, man.
And they have every kind of thing for an ATV you
Yeah.
can imagine. There's more than Carter. There are other off-road parks too, but Carter's
Carter's like the
definitely-
main one you hear about.
It's one of the top. They bring a lot of big names out there to perform. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
they've
yeah.
got performance venue. They've got everything there, so they're more established and they're really good.
Yeah.
You know, that is a fun place to go though, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you,
I haven't been to Top Golf yet.
that's also fun.
haven't
I
been
do
there
like
yet.
Top
Have you been
Golf.
to
Hell yeah.
Have you been to or the one in Little Rock?
Yeah, we've been a
haven't been
couple
yet.
times to there to do that, and it is a lot of fun.
Is it expensive?
It's about $50 a person, probably.
Because anything with golf, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be
Yeah,
pricey.
I mean it's about $50 a person, probably something like that when you figure in your food and everything.
Are you good at golf?
No,
I'm not either, man.
Not really.
Either I'm good at putt, but not.
Yeah, I mean I have fun doing it,
Right,
but I'm
right.
not good at it.
I have the
you know,
problem
some
with the
people
ball
can aim
shooting.
things. Yeah,
Yeah, that's my problem. I worry about the people to the left and right of me if I go there.
yeah. Well, you're all right there. You'll be all right. It's not going to hit anybody there, but yeah, it's a lot of fun to go there, and you don't have to know golf or be a golfer to enjoy it. I mean, you
Can you
definitely-
Happy Gilmore it up there?
Yeah, absolutely. You could. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try that.
You saw Happy Gilmore 2's.
It's got a release
coming out.
date.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you
Yes.
stoked about that?
Yes. I was watching the one the other day on TV. I was like, oh,
Yeah, I know,
Pre-game,
right?
pre-game.
So stoked about
Yes,
it. Yeah.
yes, yes.
And everybody's coming back.
yes, it's gonna be awesome.
I don't know about Grandma. I think she's probably dead
Ooh,
now.
yeah, she might
But
be.
Shooter McGavin's back, and the girl that he was.
The blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in it, and then a whole list of. I'm sure
Yes.
everybody in the world's going
I
to
think
cameo
Eminem's
this.
even in it. Like,
Yeah.
there's all kinds of people in it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be a cameo over the top. I bet
Because everybody watched it growing up. They're like, I want to be in that movie.
Yeah, all those celebrities now have watched it. Everybody wants to be part
Right.
of Happy Gilmore.
And I would be too. I'd be like, I want in there.
I mean, for a long time, until Step Brothers, that was my all-time
Man,
favorite
Step
comedy.
Brothers.
And Step Brothers took it over. You know, that's the best one. All right, let's see what are people saying here. Chad, I'll be there. Kristen said.
All right, we're going, baby.
Yeah, you can go and do that. Let's see. I ran both putt-putts in Little Rock in the 90s. That's what Little Doggy said. You ran the one next to the UA4, Mike, over there? I bet you did. That's where we used to go in Geyer Springs.
That'd be fun.
Where the
little
state
gig, man.
police is.
Oh, man.
There used to be a movie theater called the UA4, and right next to it was putt-putt golf. And we used to go there all the time and play when I was young. It was a lot of fun back in the
We
day.
had one at Frank Brandon's.
At where?
It's a restaurant in Conway. Had a
Oh, had a
little
putt-putt?
Yeah, when I was small, man, I remember going there, and that's the first place I think I ever played. What?
Yeah.
Putt. Yeah.
Yeah, it's underrated. It's a lot of fun.
Oh man, I love it.
Brandon said Prescott Raceway.
Is that the goat kart track?
No, I know the one you're talking about because that's the one that's in
Valonia.
Valonia. I've been to that too, and they go 50-some miles an hour. It's
Yeah, they
very,
got-
very fast.
yes.
Laura got detracked.
Poor Laura.
Yeah, they made her get off the court.
Was she branding into people and stuff?
She bumped into somebody or something.
Oh, man.
But she didn't mean to, and it was one of us. But you want to talk about getting mad? Oh my God, she was so mad.
I went to Branson one year and tried to get kicked off every track.
Yeah.
Running in, oh, me and my buddy, yeah, we were messing stuff up, man.
How did that go?
We got kicked off every one.
Did you? Who was the maddest?
Probably the slick track because we went crazy on the slick track. Like we were, like guy come running and was like, get off! Yeah. right then. Get
Yeah.
the hell out. Yeah.
He was just mad as hell.
Yeah, my mom's like, what y'all been doing? We're like, we went riding go-karts.
That's hilarious, man. You just ramming people.
I was like 15, 16 years old.
and before you didn't even have a video camera to go viral with
No,
it.
it
You know,
was
you
just
just did it to
being
be a
mean,
troll.
man. Yeah. Like, look at these people out there,
Right.
right?
The only thing you could do is go tell somebody you did it. You didn't, no pictures, no video.
You got kicked off of every track.
Yeah, that is funny, man. Tasha said, I want to go to Colorado too, Kristen. It looks beautiful there. I'll tell you what, I have been to Colorado. And,
The mountains.
you know, Laura and I were just talking about it yesterday. If you've never snorkeled, if you've never had literally your head under the ocean, I cannot, and nor do you understand the colors that are under there.
Right.
The colors on the ocean floor
Insane.
are the most vibrant, deep colors you'll ever see. There's no video, there's no TV, there's no movie, there's nothing ever that will show you what those colors are like other than being
I
there.
used to have a big one.
Having said that, nothing in the world that I know of is like driving up to Denver with those big ass mountains. And when you're in Denver, you're just looking up at that giant Snow Peak mountain. It's massive. It's massive. You come around here, you see Pinnacle, Petty Jean. These are hills.
That's hills, yeah.
These are hills.
Exactly.
You go there, and it just standing there looking at it in Denver is breathtaking.
I haven't been there, but I've been to Northern California, and it's the same way, man.
Yeah,
Like, it
yeah.
was wild.
I've never been there.
Holy shit, man.
Where did you go in Northern
We
California?
went to Santa Cruz, all in that little area. San Francisco. We went over to the hood across the street from the bay.
Oakland?
Oakland, yes, went to
Yeah.
Oakland. I was like, I'm right here. We got to go to Oakland. My family was like, what? I'm like, get in the car. We're going to Oakland.
Did you stop in Oakland?
Hell no.
No. What was it like?
It was like Oakland.
It was like what you expected it would
Exactly
be.
what
It's
you'd
like,
expect, man.
yeah, no, it's rough.
Yeah, it was rough. We got right back. It's like
Did you,
really
did you roll
beautiful.
down into Compton too?
No,
Hey, I'm a big fan of
I
NWA,
didn't
everybody.
Get that brave, man. But you're in like
I
San
want to join the
Francisco.
Bloods.
You're in San Francisco, and it's so pretty. And you cross that bridge, and it goes from that to just straight hood like that. Like, it's insane.
No, you know where else is like that is Kansas City.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I went to Kansas City to go to a concert, and I took the wrong exit, and so I was just going to loop around, and I made a right, and I was going to come back around, and I ended up in this neighborhood that was really, really, like I've never done it in my whole life. I hit the door lock. There were so many people in the street.
Man,
And everybody was looking at me.
You know,
and I
we
was
hear
like,
that,
oh
right?
my
When
God.
people come down our street, we used to hear that. We throw stuff at their car.
Well, and there were just so many people in the street, and I was like, man, I'm nervous here, man.
Oh,
You know, but
And before electric locks, you could see them reaching over to do it.
oh yeah,
Slapping that shit down.
yeah, yeah. It had to be scary back then when you had 4 doors and you have to do it by hand each door. You know, yeah, that's cool.
Oh, man. Or roll the windows up. Oh, my God.
Prescott. It says Prescott Raceway is a drag strip. We can take your Challenger, Chad.
Hell no.
You
I
want
see
to go
them
drag?
people do that all the time and just destroy their car by hitting an oil slick or something. I'm just like,
Yeah.
Like, they don't make no more Hemis. Like, we gotta preserve the ones we have, man.
No, man, you got to drag it, man.
I drive it, but I don't know about dragging it, man.
Yeah. I see those people do that drag stuff. It looks fun, but it's so fast.
Man,
it's
my
over so fast.
buddy used to do it, and he hit a wall one night, and
Oh,
it
really?
messed him up for a while. Like, he wouldn't race for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, how did he hit the wall?
He just going, and I guess he hit a slick spot. Or
I
something.
mean, did he
went
hit slide into the wall?
No, like he was driving, it kind of T-boned, and he went right into the wall.
Okay, so he was driving beside it, but he went.
Yeah.
He just.
He was
skewed off.
he was racing when it happened in Centerville.
Yeah, so that's probably why you kind of have that.
Yeah. We pranked him one time and put panties in the back of his parachute thing. So when he pulled his parachute at the end, panties went flying all over the track. And shit.
Yeah, and he couldn't stop, and he ran into
No,
the wall.
he still stopped. He still had a parachute back there, but just had panties in it and stuff.
Oh my God! What did he do? Was he mad?
Everybody was laughing. Everybody at the track thought it was hilarious.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's see what this says. We got kicked out of the arena in Oakland.
Yes, we did, baby.
How'd you
Represent.
How'd you get kicked
Man, they
out?
kicked me out of Oracle. They said I went on to the freaking basketball court, and I went to use the bathroom. I was like, And my son was trying to buy a jersey, and they kicked us all out of like the little play.
Really?
Like we were right there where like the Oakland A's play.
Yeah.
Like we were right there in the midst of all that stuff, man. Yeah, they kicked us out of all that stuff, man.
Really? Well,
And, like-
how long were you down there? Would you walk out in the middle of the game? or
Man,
something?
no, like it was an off day. There was nobody there. There was nobody on the court.
So no game was being
No,
played?
they opened up the little shop so you could go in there and buy stuff.
Yeah.
And we pulled up, and there was a guy working security, and I was like, we just want to go there and get some stuff. And he's like, all right, cool, da-da-da-da. Lets us in. Well, after all that happens, we're coming back out, and he's like, we stop, and he's like, you're the guy they're looking for in the red hat. Like, I guess I was all over the walkie-talkies.
Oh, they had an APB
man,
out
I'm
on
just
you.
like, holy shit, man.
And so they booted you?
Yeah.
You said you went
And
on
then
the
I
floor.
cursed them. I was like, y'all won't ever win no more tournaments. Da-da-da-da. And that's when Golden State was like rocking. But
Yeah.
they didn't win for like 4 years after that. And I was
You
like,
literally
I
cursed
got
them.
you.
Yeah, you got them. That's hilarious, man.
But we did. We got straight up kicked out of all of Oakland stuff, man.
That is wild, dude. That
I
they
forgot
did
about that.
And nobody was there.
Nobody. Like, why would I run on the court just to be like I was on the court?
That is wild.
I went to the bathroom. Like, I legit went to the bathroom. Like, no, we got video surveillance. I'm like, it's not me.
Right?
I don't know if somebody else had another hat on or what, but
Yeah, how many red hat guys were there in there?
I'm like,
I
it
don't know.
wasn't me, man.
That's funny. That's funny. All right, let's do this real quick, and hold on one second. We will be back momentarily. Here.
Your words keep playing on a loop through my head. The price that I'm paying, well, the currency is dread. Thinking on what I heard, a question I'm trying to unwind. Digging through your words, how much truth will be mined? Paranoia is creeping in. A dirty fog that whispers. I'm hoping my demons don't win. Picking at my mental blisters. The farther I walk in the wake of your words, the less I trust my compass. The more I stalk and take from things unheard, the less I trust my spyglass. It's so dark in here and I don't have a flashlight to illuminate my thoughts, to know which is right. Paranoia is creeping in. A dirty fog that whispers. I'm hoping my demons don't win. Picking at my mental blisters. I hear the demons breaking in, the windows of my brain being busted. The doors are being kicked in, nothing in my head can be trusted. Paranoia is creeping in. A dirty fog that whispers. I'm hoping my demons don't win. Picking at my mental blisters. I'm hoping my demons don't get wind. I'm not gonna tell you I'm innocent. No need lying at the start. Don't be thinking I'm here to repent. I'm just telling you my part. On my way from the card game, just aiming to get out of town. I don't even know her name, but the girl, she knew how to get down. I swear to you, I had no clue that she's the sheriff's daughter. Hell, I was just passing through. Would've picked any blonde, but not her. Cut through 2 dark alleyways, I can hear their truck roaring. No matter how much the hand paid, I should have read the warnings. No doubt she was 12 out of 12. That little sweater was popping. Small town girl, big bombshell. But that sheriff, oh, he wasn't stopping. I swear to you, I had no clue that she's the sheriff's daughter. Any blonde, but not her. I know he wants to throw away the key, but I've gotten out of worse before. The whole department's looking for me, but I got a show in Baltimore. The sheriff's daughter. Hell, I was just passing through. Would've picked any blonde, but not her. It was the sheriff's daughter. It was the sheriff's daughter. I'm not gonna tell you I'm innocent. No need lying at the start. Don't think I'm here to repent. I'm just telling you my part.
Get your blues on, baby.
Yeah,
Little
yeah,
blues
yeah,
action
yeah.
right there.
You're quite the country artist there.
Well,
Sounds like
I
something
can
off-
be.
Something off Bill Street, man.
There you go, man. There you go. Look who just joined us, Darin Riggin.
Man, I'm running a little late, man. My bad. I had
No,
a
no
meeting
bad.
this morning, man. But yeah, glad to be here. Always.
Your meeting go good? You
Yeah,
get
man.
what you needed out of it?
Oh yeah, always,
That's
man.
good,
Always
man. What's going on with you, man?
Man, just man, we're building a little garage / man cave over here in the Heights.
Are you really?
And,
So what, what makes it good when you're building a man cave? What makes a great man cave?
Man, it really depends on the individual. You
Yeah.
know what they want. This guy's getting pretty crazy with it. Just the design of he literally wants me to put a pergola inside an office.
Really? That's wild.
That's
a pergola
it'll be
inside
the
an
first time
office.
we've done that. So like when you look up, you feel like you're outside. I don't know. It's kind of a
That's wild.
it's kind of a wild idea. He's got a pergola at his house. He was like,
Yeah.
"Can you put that in my office?" Like,
If
sure.
you want it there, yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's interesting.
a
I've
good
never heard
check,
of that.
and we can put the
This is
Taj,
what
put
happens
the Taj
when you-
Mahal right here.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's when you have resources, you can try these things and experiment.
it.
Go, let me put a pergola in the house. Yeah, yeah. I can't even put one in my yard.
Right. Dude, lumber's so expensive.
Yeah, man, it is, isn't it?
Dude,
Dude?
trip on this. I just checked on the price on a 2x12 by 16 foot rough cedar.
Okay.
It's $266
For what?
One board.
Of rough cedar.
Right.
Really? That's crazy, dude.
$266. So that means this pergola is going to be $3,000 or something.
Yeah, yeah, in material.
Right.
Yeah, in material
Yes,
only.
yes.
Yeah, Darin, tell them who your company is.
Riggin Renovations, do all kinds of stuff. We pretty much stay in Little Rock, West Little Rock when we can. Been meaning to bring my guys in there. We're so damn busy.
I understand that.
Well,
I
I've
do.
talked about it this morning. I mean,
Yeah.
they're running and gunning. I'm getting texts right now.
Yeah,
People
no,
want
you're.
to talk to me. I was like, man, I'm busy.
Yeah, every time
Go with Patrick,
you're
come
with
on.
Darin, you know his phone. He's going to get a lot of calls because he stays busy. He got a lot of people working.
man, good times.
Yeah,
Man, the weather's getting nice.
Why would people call? I mean, if somebody wants Riggin renovation, what do they call you guys? Because you're good at it. You do top quality
Man,
work.
we get a lot of word of mouth. And man, trust is what it's all about. People that can, once you build that up, you get people that'll give your name to the next person. And we're kind of a small company. I've probably got a total of 10 guys.
Yeah.
And man, we just we go at it and do.
You do good work.
Try to do what we say we're going to do and do it in a timely fashion.
And in contracting, that's hard to find, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think most people believe that. You hear nightmare stories about contractors all the time who run off, don't finish jobs, don't do it right, leave people out to dry.
For sure.
That does happen out there, and I've seen it many times. So yeah, it's when you can find a good company, it's like finding a good mechanic. You just hold on to them.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
I mean, is that wrong?
No, that's 1,000%.
Yeah, plumber, mechanic, and contractor. Those are three things. If you got them, and you got a good one, you better keep them. And tell people about them so they can keep doing good work.
Sure.
Because it makes a huge difference out there. So what have you been doing otherwise?
Man, last night we had death metal disco practice. We got some stuff coming up. I'm not going to say anything just yet. But we'll see. Yeah, we've got a couple of big things coming
Well,
up.
let me put you on the spot here. I didn't even think about it till right now, but I probably should have you guys should take up this AI artist challenge for me and do one of my songs.
We had talked about it before, and a friend of mine we're Ron. Ron Gilchrist showed me what you could do with it, and what he did is take one of our old original band songs and kind of typed in the lyrics or whatever, and spit out 3 versions of our own song, in like instantly.
Well,
and they were great.
Wow, man.
Well, what I got going is so I'll make a song, you take the lyrics, and you make the song better than AI.
That'd be fun.
That's the challenge.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, so I've got John LeComp's doing one for me right now.
That's cool.
It is dope, isn't it? I was excited when he offered. Yeah.
I've never been in his studio, man.
Red Room?
I need to get out there.
Man, he's got a dope place over there, man.
I bet.
But he's super cool people. You think
Absolutely.
if you're, sometimes you think, man, I mean, look, John LeComp, Evanescence was at a point the largest band on the planet. I mean,
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
He is in every way a superstar. And when you're just sitting there chopping it up with him on the phone, he's at the drive-thru. You're like, man, this is so surreal.
Totally cool cat.
But he's just a cool dude like that. I mean, he's just really nice.
Man, the Dark from Day One guys. I was kind of they kind of hired me to do to play drums for them for a little while. And had a great time running around with those guys.
They're good people, man.
Great. I'm just they're young, and I'm too damn old for all that.
Oh no, I hear you on that. No, I hear you on that.
But man, I'm a huge fan, and those guys have got a lot. They've got some stuff coming up too. I think it's about their time.
Yeah, they just dropped a really great single that we promoted.
Wicked.
It's a banger. It's a straight banger.
Man, Robin Najee over there, he's got a nice
he
little
does.
studio too. I mean, he's doing so much with so little.
Man, that is so true, man. I mean, like, if you listen to a Dark from Day One album, the production,
dude, it is
absolutely amazing. It's lush. Is the word I would use.
It is.
It's very lush. It's very.
And there's so
full.
much stuff out there that's there's people that are touring nationally that don't sound that good.
No, that's 100% truth. Yeah, and one thing that I've always liked about them is they layer things in. I don't know if progressive is quite the right word, but they kind of like Def Leppard did with Hysteria, or some of these more modern bands like tracks like Zombify,
Maybe new metal.
where it's new metal, where it's just there's so many elements in it that are cool.
It's definitely thick, man. They're good stuff, man. I have nothing bad to say about them, man. They're great. Fan for life. As a matter of fact, I hit them up for a gig the other day. I said, let's get together. So and they've got a label now.
They're doing one of the songs actually.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I've got.
Cool.
John Bailey and the Heathen Revival is doing one. Dark from Day One, John LeComp, Stays in Vegas.
I think I heard you say
they're doing that. So Akeem Kemp. I've got a couple other ones too circling right now.
That's cool.
It is. It's a lot of fun, to do that.
It's so crazy that AI is doing all this stuff. I mean, like back in your radio days, I know you guys would have to send off ideas and help them.
That's right. I'd have to send something off to
hum to
producers
them,
and
try
say,
something like this.
Yeah, hey, try to make something similar to this, kind of use this idea.
Yeah, they're like, what now? Here, how about
yeah,
this?
yeah. And now I could write my own stuff, and spit it out in minutes.
Right, we can make we can make an album.
I told
10 minutes.
I told Chad today, I said, I felt narcissistic this morning because on the way in, I listened to all my own songs. And I was like, I feel a little guilty. I'm almost narcissistic, but I'm like, but if you're writing lyrics for yourself, of course you're going to like it the most.
cool.
You know what I mean?
That's cool.
So it's fun to do it. It's a lot of fun, man. Everybody should be playing with apps like that. I mean, you never know. What you might come up with. You might make your own bangers that you like.
Man, years ago, it may even still be that way. It was either China or Japan. They had like the biggest pop thing over there.
Oh, it is in
And
Japan.
there's
No,
like
it's an AI. It's
like a 50-foot
robot
girl
or
something.
cat or something. Yeah, it's crazy. It's all anime type stuff. And
Yeah, and I mean, it's not anybody. It's,
no, and it's
huge.
It's the biggest.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, and I assume at some point it could be that way.
Right.
There may be AI artists that are beginning to get roots now.
Right. I mean, and
Because
who knows? In 5 years, people could be paying you to show up and allow people to simulate your songs that you've written in the last. I mean, there's no telling where this is going.
No, there isn't. It is amazing what can happen with it. Because you never know who's going to hear or see something. And it pops off. Now, my history says it will never happen, but it could.
The thing is, you're not afraid to pull any punches. You'll say whatever you want to, and there's a lot of people in music that I don't think. Well, there was a time that I wanted to kind of do what I thought everybody wanted, or I would try to kind of write in that way. And of course, now I don't give a damn what anybody thinks. But
Well, it's probably much better now.
But when it probably,
Yeah.
and if you can just start out by not caring what anybody thinks, and make yourself happy,
Yeah.
people catch on to that.
What for death metal disco, when you guys do a song, is it something where it starts with one person? Is it a group thing? Does it go individual to individual? How do you guys
And we've
do
done it every which way.
Okay.
Like literally, two of us will just show up and be like, "You want to jam for a minute?" Bam, there's a song.
Okay.
The guys, one of the guys will call and go, "Hey man, I got a bass part, I got a guitar part, or whatever."
So does it normally start with a musical part or a lyrical part?
Man, probably music more than
Yeah.
anything. Probably 6 or 8 months ago, maybe a little.
See, I would find it so hard to put words to music versus music to words.
It can be hard both ways. There was a point that I caught a little kid breaking into my shop and into my neighbor's house. I had a gun in my hand, and I probably scared him to death. And later that day, it scared me to death. But it turned into a song.
I bet it did. That's real world shit.
I mean, if he'd have done the wrong thing, I might be in jail.
Right.
But it's funny how stuff like that, that's something positive that can come out of it.
No, and
Nothing got stolen. I didn't shoot him.
no,
He ran.
And it's the same, I in a weird way, I think songwriter or comedian is not far apart.
Agreed.
Because anytime something bad happens, after I go, oh shit, the second thing I'm going to think, and I've just trained my brain this way, is where's the funny?
Man, that's why all of those, all the stuff we grew up listening to or whatever, all the dope heads of old, the 70s and 80s or whatever, all of that, Motley Crue, all that stuff came out of bad time,
Yeah, that's
people
right.
shooting heroin and, snorting cocaine. And,
Yeah, killing your friends, wrecking
right.
cars,
Just messing
all
up
that.
relationships. I mean, that's a perfect album writing, situation. So
No, I mean,
now I'm in a band with everybody that's like happy with life and stuff, so we have to come up with new
Yeah,
ways
to make
new ways to write stuff.
Yeah, I know. It's you're right.
Man, we're having some fun.
Are you though?
We're really having fun with it.
It seemed like it seems like that you are, and I think it's got to be in a way liberating, because I'm certain that I'm sure all the bands or things you participated in have all been excellent, but I think to your point, where you're at now mentally is different.
I mean, not one of us care about the money.
You're not trying to go to Hollywood. You're just here to have fun and play music.
That's right.
And that's different than when you're trying to make money or get noticed.
Yep.
And so that, I think that's got to be, is it pretty liberating?
It is, man. Everybody's completely happy with where we are, and everybody gets to practice and happy. Nobody's going, man, I'm tired of this. We're tired of slumming
Right.
around, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
because your only goal is to make good music and
We
have
need
fun.
to practice, Randy.
Did you see Spinal Tap 2 is
I
coming?
haven't.
They're doing a sequel. They're shooting it
Unbelievable.
now. Yeah, and it's like loaded up with all kinds of people. in
That'll
it.
be good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's got almost everybody in the original coming back.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I don't know people if you haven't seen Spinal Tap,
Oh, it's
if you're a rock person, it's a definite should be on the top of your I need to watch this list. If you like mockumentaries, put it at the top of your list. If you hate rock or comedy, don't watch it.
Yeah.
Really. But
Remember Airheads?
yeah, hell yeah.
I was
Yeah.
just thinking. I was like, that's like the modern day equivalent.
Yeah, that's Sandler
Yeah.
and what's his name from The Mummy,
Yeah. Oh man.
right?
What's his name?
Damn,
Is it Steve Buscemi's the other guy?
George of the Jungle. Why can't I think
what
of his
the
name?
heck?
Brendan Fraser.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
so
yes.
Brendan Fraser, Steve Buscemi, and Adam Sandler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chick like has this demo tape, and they take over the radio station or
They
whatever.
like-
Yeah.
Dude, and they try to chase this demo tape now. It's just, yeah.
No, it's a lot of fun. People forget that Steve Buscemi had a lot of comedy roots early
Dude,
on.
he has done everything. Man, you probably saw he was, he used to be a firefighter, and
Yeah.
after 9/11, he went down there and worked for free, and like just pretty much didn't want pictures taken of him or whatever.
No, he just
trying
wanted to
the
do
right
it.
thing.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's always cool to find out about things after the fact like that. That he's like, no, I don't want any publicity. Don't bring any cameras
Right,
around me.
right,
Please
right.
don't talk about it.
Man, if you get a chance, check out. It's already over with now, but he did a series called Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah, I remember that. It's a
Watched
kind of a
every
gangster
bit of-
thing.
Man,
Is
it's so awesome. I mean, it's a whole lot of it's true, and then they embellish some of it.
Yeah.
But man, it's really wicked series.
Have you seen The Righteous Gemstones?
I haven't.
Man, if you like to laugh, and I think you do.
Oh yeah.
The Righteous Gemstones has Danny McBride, Kenny Powers,
Right.
John Goodman, Adam Devine, several other people, but it's a satire about a mega church family.
Oh wow.
And it's so over the top great.
I'll have to
like
check it out.
it's amazingly good. Yeah, I really like that a lot. We are watching White Lotus, which is weird, but I like it a lot. It's very compelling. It's not funny. It's just weird. Have you watched that White
No,
Lotus? No, that's probably not your bag.
Yeah, my wife watches that weird stuff.
Yeah, no, I get it. That's not your bag, is it? Now, I'll tell you what. If you want to go back and watch an old series that maybe you haven't, I would recommend Oz.
I've heard a lot of people talk about it.
Man, if you want to see the insurance guys do bad things,
Really.
yeah, all your favorite
I
insurance
say y'all need to
commercials
walk
are
out
raping
into
people.
reality.
Yeah, they're raping dudes in prison, beating them up. They're
Awesome.
Nazis.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Allstate guy that played J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah.
He's the number one villain in Oz, and
Nice.
he's a Nazi. He's a terrible human being. Like the second or third episode, he's tattooing the new guy's ass with a swastika.
Yeah.
So, because he's putting his hashtag on him, basically.
Right,
You
right.
know what I mean? But it's the guy that plays Mayhem. He's in that. He's a bad guy.
Mayhem's great.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many people in it.
Be in a commercial that he's got the best job of anybody.
No, that's a good ass commercial. I do like that. Yeah, him and Flo have
I mean,
it
they could
made.
probably just keep rolling with that forever. And
Yeah.
smashing
Man, yeah.
shit.
I'll tell you the other commercials that I shouldn't laugh at as much as I do, but maybe you've seen them. I think it's probably an insurance company too, but it's the guy who's always advising adults people who are turning into their
Oh
parents.
man, yes.
Right.
Yeah, you see the recent one with the lady
Stacking
shouting
the wood and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Or that he's trying to cook something on the grill, and all the other
caught
guys
myself
are
the other
giving
day,
him
man.
shit.
I caught myself. I was talking to my wife about weather, and I was like, they have one talking about weather and stuff. I was like, oh man, I'm turning old.
Yeah, right. Yeah. What else has been going on with you, man?
That's about it, man. Just living the dream.
Living the dream, baby. Yeah, no, that's what we're all doing is living the dream. Listen, we need to get death metal disco in here
Man,
sometime.
I'd love to. Yeah. That'd be
Get
great
everybody in. Maybe do that's one of the things I want to do is clear out this space.
Man, you
because
definitely made
I
some
can
space
put
here.
I can put a band right here and have room for a whole band now, and we didn't before.
Right.
So if you look,
That would be wild.
yeah, you can't. Here, let me see if I can even.
Oh no.
I might just screw it up, but I'm screwing something up. I guarantee you I did. Where'd it go? No, I don't know. Maybe it just didn't. It just didn't take. But yeah, I don't know why. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to shift that to a straight shot of that wall over there, so that and put a little riser right there for the bands, and then that way when they're coming in, they can play. And have everything they need.
So not even an acoustic version. You mean the full blow my head
dude,
off?
Yeah, everything. Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, and then the next move is putting a scaffold outside for outside performances.
Yeah,
and that'll be after that. So yeah, I'm trying to up our game a little bit.
That's cool.
So we can do a little bit more live music, live performances, different things like that.
Did you get in touch with Vino's? What's going on there?
I did. It looks like he found a place. I'm waiting to hear officially, but he had 3 of them that all of a sudden reached out. But I think it was a school that was going to let him put it there.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That would change the dynamic.
Well,
I loved it. I love the way that it went down here. I don't think you could do what we were doing here at a school.
Maybe not. I don't know. You couldn't do the scaffold match. Let me put it
right.
like
Well,
that.
everybody had a beer in their hand. And,
oh, right. Yeah, I don't know how they do, what they'll do on that. I don't think what he's doing with this venue is as a one-off.
That's cool.
So after that, he's looking still to find a permanent home for it. So he is working on it. Yeah.
I've reached out to several friends, right around the old, you were asking about the old warehouse.
Yeah.
Of course, it's flat now, but.
Well, here's what we're talking about. We're talking about a permanent home for Vapors Championship Wrestling. That's Rich Rockwell's
Right.
Yeah, he's great.
wrestling group. And so we can't, here, for insurance purposes, kids are a problem.
Sure.
Because there's tools, there's sharp things, there's all that stuff.
Right.
And so we couldn't, there's no insurance that's going to cover that.
Yep.
So he has to have a place like that. But he's open to warehouses, barns.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Anywhere, Pulaski, Saline County.
Anywhere that would fit.
Anywhere where you could fit a ring and 200 chairs is what he's looking for.
Right.
And so if you know somebody, if you are that somebody, if you got that space, it does need to be long-term and inside space. Outside space, you can't count for the weather.
Right.
Yeah.
So it does need to be inside.
It was definitely a blast.
Hell yeah, it was.
That was the first wrestling match I've ever been to.
Really? They did another one about a month and a half later, and it was just as packed, and it was a paid event.
That's cool.
Yeah. So a lot of people. I mean, the word of mouth's out. I mean, they have a good
Wrestling's
show.
big money. I mean, I'm not
And they have a
surprised
good
anybody.
show, man.
WWE had to start somewhere. WWF, all that stuff.
All of them
Yeah.
start
So,
somewhere.
yeah, I mean, it's crazy how you can take something
Well, it's
fairly small and man, all those guys were athletic as hell. You're out of your damn mind. If somebody slammed me around like that, for one thing, I'd get pissed off and shoot somebody.
Right.
The second thing is I wouldn't be able to get up for a month.
Yeah, no, it was nearly that way. I cracked 2 ribs. So, I mean, I learned,
it was
lesson
crazy.
learned. My wife said, yeah, I don't feel sorry for you one bit.
I bet.
No, she laughed every time I'd go, oh, she'd go, you're an idiot. And I'm like,
That's funny.
She goes, yeah, why don't you act your age? I'm like, hey, I don't even know what that means. I'm never going to act my age until I'm on my deathbed. And even
That's
then,
about
if
the
I can
truth.
crack jokes on my deathbed, I swear to God, the last thing I say will be some smarmy ass shit.
I saw, I guess something on Facebook, and it was this guy at his funeral, and he had pre-recorded some stuff and had a friend play, and it was him beating on the inside of the
seen that. That's
casket
hilarious,
saying, "Let
man.
me out."
That was
Oh,
gold.
that's hilarious.
That was
Dude, I mean,
That's some foresight.
you're a joker.
Yeah.
I mean, you are
I
really
need to
messing
work
with
that
stuff.
I need to work something
That's
good up.
pretty wild.
Well, listen, I want to thank everybody today. First of all, thank you, Darin, for coming in.
Yeah, man.
I'm
Yeah.
glad that you did. Tell people again if they want to reach Riggin Renovation.
Riggin Renovations, 501-838-9006.
Or check them out on Facebook, right?
We're pretty behind, but
When you
we'll
want the
fit you in
best,
when we
you'll
can.
wait.
Well, that's,
When you want the best, you'll wait.
Tell 'em.
Okay?
we're
right? I mean, that's fact.
We're scheduling stuff a year out.
Yeah, see, you won't say it, I'll say it. You want the
year
best,
out.
you wait.
I do appreciate that.
Yeah,
and I
that's
do want to
facts.
bring my guys in. Like I said, I've got a pretty good team of guys, man, and they've all, like I said, my nephew's my foreman, and he is a nut about the Civil War. He's got tons of stuff that he's dug up locally.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Like that he's
metal detected.
Yeah,
and
metal
doing all that stuff.
detected, river fished, whatever.
His right-hand guy is a big skateboard guy. I mean, he could stand right. He doesn't even need any area. He can stand right there and blow your mind on a skateboard.
Well, man, we should have these guys in
will.
for sure,
I
man.
will.
They got interesting stories already. I want to talk to
Got a
them.
garage to build.
Yeah, I understand. I understand.
No, I'll get him in here, man. We were talking about
Yeah.
it today. I'll even pay. I'll pay him to come in here. It's fun stuff, man.
It is fun stuff, and it won't hurt. It'll get
Sure.
you some promotion.
It will. It will.
Chad, thank you as always.
Thank you.
If you want to go see Chad, it's Piercings by Chad. He's 1008 East Oak.
1008 East Oak, Suite 104, Conway.
Yeah. Go get your bonus hole. Tell him that you saw him on the show, heard him on the show,
Get you $5 off.
yeah, get you a little nickel off of that, man. And if you're looking to buy or sell a home, please reach out to me. I help a lot of people. Just helped
Yes.
some first-time buyers yesterday. And,
Seen that.
man, she cried, and it was not
cool.
not in a bad way. She cried in a good way.
Yeah, that's good.
It's the best feeling in the world.
That was Latasha's people from her church, she said.
It is, yeah.
That's cool.
Her name's
Small
Jaja. Yeah, it is a small world, but her story was such a good one too, because we went through. Before we got to that one, we went through 2 homes that she was interested in. We offered on. Both of them failed the inspections.
Oh.
And that's not.
It happens all the
That
time.
happens every time you have certain items that do. Most of the time, sellers are really willing to take care of things or work with you.
Sure.
But for some reason, we got into 2 where they just didn't want to do anything.
Like, no.
Right.
So
You'll
we
have
had
that. You'll have that.
but it's so heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking for her because she thought she was
Right.
buying a house 2 times
Yeah,
before.
it sucks,
and
man.
so finally, we were able to do that for her, and she was so happy. Her and Joelle.
That's awesome.
It is. It's an awesome feeling to help somebody go through that and deal
Yeah.
with all the
Yes.
stress and work through it and
And
get to the end of it.
at the end of it, you're like, oh,
Yeah, no, and she was. I mean, her family was happy. She was happy. Her man, everybody was
That's
happy.
awesome.
So it's awesome, and we can do that for you too.
yes.
If you're looking for a house, come and let me help you. Especially if you never bought one before, I'll walk you through it. We'll have a great time. You'll get a good deal because I'm not afraid to negotiate for you. Otherwise, we're going to get out of here and hope you guys have a great weekend.
Cheers.
Late.